And it says we're live, so what's up, G-Show Land, and welcome to another episode of the G-Show live stream. I am G1, and this is our top 10 favorite songs from movies. That's right, the 10 commandments of movie songs. We're doing this because last week we had a damn blast doing our top 5 favorite video game franchises. I said, why the hell not? Earlier this week, we were having this funny little group chat, and it just hit me like, what are our top, at the time, 5 favorite songs from movies? And then I was getting a lot of pushback. I'm not going to say from who, but I realized something. They were 1,000% right. It's impossible. You can't have a top 5. It's really ridiculous. It's hard. Hell, top fucking 10 is even hard. But the way this will work, when I get to the rules, you'll all see how it does kind of come together where it's easier to pick 10. That being said, let me introduce you to the co-hosts, the cohorts. Tonight, we got my brother, Chase. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Still shocking how I found 10 songs when I thought I could only do 5.
Unbelievable. And also, the man who changed the whole thing up, Shin Rob. What's up, brother?
Hey, yo. Happy to change things up. And, yeah, that's it.
Well, it's going to be a fun one. But before we get into it, a couple things. I'm going to start out real quick by saying, if you have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine, stay off the internet for the love of God. Don't talk to nobody, because it's such a great movie. You have to enjoy it the way people for the first time got to enjoy it. It's one of those movies. It's one of those, oh yes. So seriously, even if you don't care about spoilers, don't do it to yourself. Go see the movie. Go enjoy the movie. Even if you don't see it in the theaters. I'm just saying. But see it, because let me tell you something. In my quick little rundown of this movie, 20 out of 10. Ryan Reynolds, yeah, he is what he is. He was freaking spot on in this one. This was probably my favorite Deadpool. Love that. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. A man's been playing this shit since 2000. For the love of God, could somebody give him a Lifetime Achievement Award, MTV? Because he is Wolverine. He really is. And in this one, man, it's like he hits every single note. It is absolutely perfect. The story's dope. Marvel really lets them go crazy. They really let them go crazy. I mean, it's definitely rated R. It's a hard R. There's a lot of craziness in there. It's violent, bloody, it's vulgar, it's funny as fuck. And yeah, man, all around great time. Movie theater was packed. It was the first time I was in a packed theater in a very long time, especially after COVID. So it was good to be in that atmosphere again. Crowd was rocking and rolling, cheering, losing their shit in certain parts. It was just an absolute blast. There was a little old lady sitting next to me and my wife, right? When the credits started to roll, obviously everybody knows it's a Marvel movie, right? We're gonna get something, right? I grab my wife, I go, yo, let's go downstairs and let's just stand in the walkway. You know? Because everybody's going to be seated. Everybody knows what's coming. Let's just stand in the walkway so we get to see whatever they're going to show. And then, because I got to piss. So we do that. And then the little old lady follows us. And she, sweetest thing, man. She was like, yeah, I'm just here because I really want to know where they filmed this. I'm so into that. She was literally into where they filmed the movie, the people involved. Like, she was trying to find out if she knew anybody. So I'm thinking maybe she's old school Hollywood. You know, maybe she used to have a life in Hollywood way back when. Because she's like, yeah, I want to see if I know anybody's names. And she wasn't talking about the cast, which was crazy. It was just like the people behind the scenes. It was adorable. But then she goes, why is everybody still sitting? wife were like, I swear to God. And me and my wife was like, wait, because of the post credit, the post credit scene. She goes, what's that? I go, in every Marvel movie, there's a scene at the end of the movie. She goes, I didn't know that. I never watched these movies. What? I was like, oh my God. Yo, it was the sweetest thing. She was like, I got some homework to do. I love that woman. I really wish I would have gotten her name and exchanged information. I'd have been like, Honey Buns, you want to come watch the movies? I got all of them. Come to my house. We'll Disney Plus it all night long, baby. I loved it. It was. I mean, I hate to coin the phrase, but it was cute as fuck, man. She really. You could tell that shit was pure, right? Like, it was pure. She was like, I've never seen them. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, lady? But I love her. It was great. A lot of children.
That's funny.
How was it? I'm sitting there, I'm like, me and my wife had a bet. Who's going to get up and walk out? Nobody did. So I lost the bet. And I hate losing, but she won.
God, it seems like the generation's changing to where now people can just watch rated R movies and enjoy them in your 10 to 13 preteen years.
Yeah, there was a lot of kids, like a lot of people. Like, matter of fact, right in front of us, there was a family of like 8. Right? It was mom, dad, uncle, auntie, grandma, and then like a couple of kids. It was crazy. It was crazy.
The thing is, from working at a movie theater, all it does is, I mean, I was watching rated R's when I was like 3. My dad showed me Predator. My dad showed me werewolf movies. All of my rated R movies were at a young age. And when you go to a movie theater, kids are just gonna try and sneak in anyways, and the one thing I've noticed is that when you have to call kids out from sneaking in and they have to go get their parents, the parents are just upset because they don't have a problem with their kid watching the movie. The parents just don't want to be there with their kids watching the movie.
I never looked at it
so
like
it's like a thing where it's like, maybe on one hand, I feel like maybe we should change that law. Rated R's are rated R's. I mean, at least there needs to be a new system. If a kid wants to see a rated R movie, there needs to be a different way of consent for them. I don't know. But yet again, I understand that it's a lot more deeper than that, but still.
Well, I mean, when I say kids, I mean like children, like 5-year-olds.
Yeah, I know.
Like they were little kids up in there. There were families bringing their little kids up in this. I mean, but I get it because that's how it used to be back in Brooklyn all the time. Back in the 80s, nobody gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Okay? Everybody was in the motherfucking movies. I think, it wasn't Freddy versus Jason, but it was a rated R movie that I remember seeing, and then there was a kid crying, a little baby crying. So why? If you can't get a babysitter, you should not come to the movies. You have the little baby crying while I'm trying to watch a goddamn rated R movie.
Same way if you go out to a restaurant. If you can't get a babysitter, don't take your kids.
Depending on the restaurant, man. All the restaurants are family friendly, except for the ones that aren't. But I digress.
My kids will have to go through a test before they go out in public to a restaurant. They don't know how to behave. We ain't going.
That's it. Your ass stay in a car. I'm one of those parents.
Did you know that Deadpool and Wolverine already passed 100 million worldwide?
Oh yeah, I think it said something about 87 million on preview night only. Alone. Was it 87 or 37?
Fucking
I don't know.
Crazy.
Oh, but this was something that we said this shit when, like 2 months ago, maybe, right? Like when the first trailer dropped, we said it. We were like, I know I was like, this movie is gonna break box office records. Like it's going to bank, and it has. Like fucking Disney right now is sitting on the #1 movie of the year in fucking Inside Out 2, which is crazy. And they're about to have the #1 movie of the year with this movie. But I digress.
Yeah, looking that way.
It's crazy. What I will say, and this is spoiler in regards to the podcast topic. There is no song dedicated to just this movie. They didn't create a song for this movie. No, all the songs are licensed, just like Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you have Guardians of the Galaxy music on your list, it's gotta come off because it's licensed music, and that's not how this one works. Granted, there might be licensed music in here somewhere, but it pertains more to the movie, right? Like, it makes sense for the movie. It was made for the movie. I got one specifically where in the video, the characters from the movie are in the video, like, with the singer. So I'm just saying, like this is legit. But that being said, Deadpool Wolverine, go see it. Absolutely top-notch film. It's a hoop and hollering good time. And that's all I can say, because anything else is word vomit that y'all can put 3 and 3 together and get everything. So yeah, stay off the internet, go see the movie, have a great time. And now on to a preview of what's to come this weekend. Real quick, I gotta be honest, it's Comic-Con weekend, and yes, I have not done a Comic-Con live stream in several years. There might be shit going on this weekend. I don't know yet, but I'm pretty certain that I'm going to wake up, look at what's happening, and just hit record. So if you're listening to this right now, join us this weekend. I don't know. Join me this weekend. I don't know. Maybe people pop in, maybe they don't. But I know for one thing is for certain. Now that my friend Rob right here has got me collecting toys again, there's a lot of shit to be said tomorrow and Sunday. So,
dude, me too. I just ordered that Zilla because of him.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Scaring me.
So there's a lot to be said. So yes, look out for the Comic-Con reactions, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be all up in that.
Pacific Rim 3, here we come.
Let's go! Listen, yo, not for nothing. After this fucking movie yesterday, especially that it came out Comic-Con weekend, oh no, Marvel's about to do something special tomorrow. Marvel's going to blow up Hall H. Marvel is going to blow up Hall H. There's no doubt in my mind. They're going to blow up Hall H.
We're going to get that Norman Reedus Ghost Rider and new Punisher movie.
Man, you know,
Norman Reedus Ghost Rider actually sounds like a total slapper.
Yeah, no, it
Dude,
does.
that's what they've been saying is they've been wanting him for Ghost Rider.
But see, you know what? That would be dope as fuck. Wow, way off topic. We didn't even start yet. I love it. I don't see him as the Johnny Blaze nor Danny Ketch type. Like, they would have to make a brand new random Ghost Rider to fit him. You know? Like, granted, he's an actor. He can do whatever, but he just doesn't... He doesn't come off that way, right? Like, he doesn't come off either. I don't know. I don't know. Unless they do a Ghost Rider movie where he's been Ghost Rider for 20 years. Then I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's Johnny Blaze. They pull that shit off. But I digress. Let's get into the topic at hand, brothers. Because I'm interested in hearing which y'all picked. And before we do, I should go over the rules, right? That would make sense, right, Chase? Chase, why? You're supposed to be helping me, Chase. What's going on? You're my...
I'm eating a Lunchable.
Oh, shit.
You can't argue with the man. He's unwatchable.
I can't. I got nothing. I got nothing like what... Oh, my God! See? I said I got nothing like Whitney Houston, and then it just dawned on me. Why didn't I fucking put Whitney Houston on this damn thing? Here are the rules. Here are the rules for our top 10 movie songs. Number 1, no songs allowed from any movie that was originally a musical on stage. So, we can't use Grease, Little Shop of Horrors, The Wiz, etc., etc. And believe you me, I was very upset when I found out The Wiz was actually a musical before the movie. Because God, I had some shit for that. And yep, I know Little Shop of Horrors, originally black and white, Roger Corman flick, no doubt about it. But the remake is based off of the musical. That's true. And yes, according to Game Games, who might pop in here, you never know, because again, live stream, it's always open. According to Game Games, the last song, Mean Green Mother, was made specifically for the movie. That's true. It is true. You know why I know it's true? Because we had to hunt it down when I was in high school performing Little Shop of Horrors, and I was Audrey to the Plant. Yes, I wanted to sing that song. It needed to be in the play. It absolutely needed to be there because it's a banger, and we got it and we did it, but that's where I found out that there was a musical before the movie. So anyway, yeah, it's based off of the musical, so it doesn't count. Rule number 2: the song has to be made specifically for the movie. The best example anybody could give here is Eye of the Tiger. Yes, that is a very commercially successful song.
Theme song.
It's the theme song. It was written specifically for Rocky 3, so it absolutely works. It's just one of those songs that took off in the zeitgeist of forever. It is a historic song, and it's for, well, it ain't Rocky 5, and Rocky 5 fucking sucks, but it's one of the lesser Rocky movies. I'll be honest. I like Rocky 3 a lot. I love it, actually, but Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and Rocky 4 being the greatest Rocky of all time, they just come before Rocky 3, but I digress. It has the best original song, because the best song in any Rocky movie is fucking No Easy Way Out. But when I went to go and look that shit up, because it was on my list with a motherfucking bullet, it seems like that song was licensed for the movie. It wasn't made for the movie. So that's the whole thing. You can't, and don't get me wrong, there are songs that were licensed that will never hear or never heard the light of day outside of the actual physical copy, or whatever media you got it on. If it was, in the 80s on your tape or your record, if it was the 90s on your CD, if it was now your fucking Spotify or whatever you're using. But yeah, so we checked Wikipedia to make sure that these songs that we are picking were movie-specific songs, made for the movie, and not something that, that's a banger on this soundtrack and we never heard it on the radio, so it must be for this. But no, it had to be made for the movie. Rule number 3: the song has to have lyrics. It has to, okay? Because if it doesn't have lyrics, then we're just doing the best soundtracks. We'll do that. I want to do that. For crying out loud, there is a man named John Williams, and that's it. Enough said. But
done everything.
But pretty much, we will get to that. But for this particular podcast, the 10 commandments of movie songs, according to us, these songs have to have lyrics. Has to. That being said, something like Mortal Kombat, as much as it wants to be there, it's out. It's out. And I'll tell you why. Because it's just words from the game. It's all the character names from the game. It's Test Your Might. And then it's Mortal Kombat. That's not lyrics, people. It's not lyrics. It's not. Now, when we get to the greatest soundtracks, Mortal Kombat could be there. It could be number 1 for all I care. Because that's a dope-ass soundtrack.
Now, what if the song has Godzilla roaring in it? Because we all know he just says Skreonk. That's a lyric.
It's out like Mortal Kombat. All right, 4th rule. Just like last week, we're bringing the cheats back in. Cheats! We get to cheat in this. I didn't think, I was trying to figure out how would we be able to use a cheat in this particular podcast. And I was like, oh, it makes sense. Here we go. For a cheat, for the cheat, you can use an entire movie soundtrack. So, for instance, Disney. You gotta use Disney. Like, I use this for an example because, for the love of God, Disney has been doing this since the beginning of time. They'd make a movie. All of their songs in that movie is original songs. If you loved every song from, let's say, Pocahontas, well, there's your cheat. Because if you can't pick 1 or 2 songs and you want to make sure that your list is open, use your cheat. Use your cheat to pick the Pocahontas soundtrack. So that, I think, really works in everybody's favor because now it opens up more slots that they can add other songs. I know it helped me immensely, even though I was going back and forth until I picked what I had to pick. We'll get to that. And that's it. I mean, those are the rules. Guys, are you okay with those rules?
But we need to let them know if you do cheat, you do not get Thanksgiving dinner.
Listen.
Thanksgiving's out for you if you cheat.
Yeah.
Nope. No turkey legs or turkey breast for you.
You're out.
You're out.
Unless you live in England and you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You're in.
Shit.
So, are we good with the rules, gentlemen?
We're good.
Yep.
Okay, then. Well, we'll start from number 10. Like last time, we'll start from the bottom. We'll go all the way up to number 1. Right before we get to number 1, we'll use our cheat. We'll throw the cheat in there. I think that works better in this particular case. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who cares to go first? I mean, Brother Chase, you get to go first. You know why? Because I'm really interested in your list. I really am. Because you don't strike me. I know you listen to a lot of music, but you don't strike me as the movie soundtrack guy. So you get to go first.
You're right. You're right. I'm more of a video game soundtrack guy, but however, when you proposed this challenge, I realized I knew a lot more of these songs than I actually thought. And to prove myself on the originality of these tunes, and to show you that I'm a top player in this game, I'm gonna go with this song from this movie called Deep Blue Sea. I don't know who's used this, who has seen this movie, but Deep Blue Sea is the Jurassic Park Jaws, and it is fucking awesome. I love that movie ever since I was a kid, and I tell you what, LL Cool J is one of the best parts of that movie. Not only was he funny and has a pet bird, but he also wrote a song called Deepest Bluest, aka Shark's Fin, and it is in the movie, and it was one of the coolest songs I ever listened to as a little kid. And I don't like rap music that much, but I like that song, and I like LL Cool J. Mama said knock you out.
I gotta be honest.
Goddamn right.
That is a fucking inspired pick. I didn't even like. See what I'm saying? Like this is where I'm happy, because my picks is dumb, but they mean something to me. But wow, Chase, good shit, bro. Good shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. All right, Chase is number 10. Fucking the Deep Blue Sea. Oh, Cool J, Deepest Dark. Oh my God, I hear it now. I get you like a wheel fin. Rob.
Yeah. Deepest bluest. Good stuff.
I said whale fin. Oh my God, my wife was sending me pictures of whales breaching and eating, and she knows I have a phobia of that. She's a dirt rock. She's a dirt bag. That's why your back hurts. Ladies and gentlemen, the candid camera of the G Show. Rob, what is your 10th song?
My number 10 is a track called I've Seen It All by Bjork and Tom York from the movie Dancer in the Dark. I wasn't very aware that this was an Academy Award nominated track, but it was. Dancer in the Dark, if you've never seen it, it's a very fucking depressing musical starring Bjork, and this is probably one of my favorite tracks off of the soundtrack that she herself, I believe, composed. She wrote all the lyrics for it, and yeah, not only is it my favorite track, it's also just like one of my favorite segments in the film, and I had to include it on the list just because Lars von Trier, I believe his name is, the director. The dude's just got such an eye for making the mundane look interesting, and just the fact that the scene and the segment has that plus this song, it's just a total knocker for me.
I see that we're gonna have cultural Rob up in this motherfucker today. 'Cause I've never heard of that movie, but I know Bjork and I love Bjork. That is one of my.
I do too.
And she is fantastic, fantastic. So now I have to go and check this out. She sings the song.
She sings the song. She's the main character in the movie. She'll make you smile, and she's gonna make you cry.
Yeah, that sounds about
So
right.
fair warning.
That Human Behavior video is still one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Good.
One of the coolest fucking music videos in the world. Like, you don't get cooler than that. Well, maybe a little bit, but for the time that it came out, for the time where pop music was at that point, that is an absolute just standout. I mean, the teddy bear coming to life, the cardboard houses, the diorama looking feel to it.
Wait.
She's-
Save it for the top 10 music videos.
Dog.
Because now you got me
You're going to have to make that 20. You're going to have to make that 20.
Oh my God, the list keeps going and going and going. It's going to be up to 100 by the time we get to the end of the year.
Hell yes.
Oh, by the way, what week are we in? Is this 19, 18, 20? God,
17, 16, I don't even know.
Let me real quick, because here's the 15th, there's the 16th, there's the 17th. We in the 18th week. All right, 18th. All right, 18th week live streaming. I just want to say congratulations, 18 weeks. Holy shit, I can't believe I've been getting on this thing every Friday for 18 weeks. That is a fucking record. Chase, you can attest to that. You've been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
We ain't never gone this much.
I'm still waiting on my Papa John's pizza you promised us, but it's all right.
Listen, pizza time's coming soon. 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 All right. Well, there's Rob's, there's Chase's. Here's my number 10. It is the most recent movie on my list. And it was a toss-up between this and another movie, both from the same studio. But this one is more recent, and it hits me in all different ways because it's got that Latin vibe, man. Family Madrigal from Encanto. Bro, I don't know, but Lin-Manuel Rivera, whatever his fucking name is, Lin-Manuel Rivera. That dude, he's something else. He's something else. And my daughter had me watch Encanto, and I was like, I don't really want to watch this. And as soon as she starts singing this song right in the beginning, I'm like, oh, I really want to watch this. Like, it was fucking dope. And the songs in that movie are dope. And the crazy thing is, like, this wasn't even my favorite, like, song. No, let me phrase that. It is my favorite song of the movie, but there was a song that resonated with me more. But when I watched it the other day and I was comparing the two, I was like, it resonates with me for a different reason. This song gets me up and dance. I can dance to it. It's such a fun song. I mean, honestly, I know a lot of people who, don't like modern day Disney and shit. They think, oh, they're too woke. And I'm like, they're not woke. They're doing culture movies now. What are we talking about? I mean, Rapunzel was out like 10 years ago. Stop. But I digress.
And I can attest to that. Red, the movie Turning Red or Red, that movie was awesome. And there were so many Godzilla references to that movie. It takes place in Japan, for Christ's sake.
Oh,
it was a good film.
I got to watch that. Good call. Thank you.
Facts.
Good call. But yeah, that's my number 10. Family Madrigal, Encanto. So, that being said, Chase, what is your number 9?
All right, my number 9 on the list. There was this cartoon movie a long, long time ago, and you all may have heard of it. It's called Lord of the Rings. There was a song in that movie called "Where There's a Wit, There's a Way." Old song written by Glenn Yarbo. back when that cartoon came out. And man, that song, even though that song is about slavery, when I was a kid listening to that song, I felt like I could punch through walls.
Oh yeah.
Hold up. First off, I can't believe you said The Lord of the Rings, the animated movie. I haven't seen that in fucking ages. Since the 80s.
I told you, man, I came to play.
You came to play. Where there's a what, there's a way?
Where there's a whip, there's
whip.
a way.
Oh, shit. Jesus. Oh, my God. That's crazy. I'm telling you, I have not seen that movie since the 80s. Little, what's that, Ralph Bashki?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I just looked it up to make sure, and the writer was Glenn Yarbo or Yarbrough.
Yo, bro.
Fucking some good rotoscope going on there.
Yeah, that's a wild looking fucking movie.
That's the
Where
one.
there's a whip,
That's
there's a way. Yeah, dude, that's.
we should have sang a piece of the song. That would have been a rule. No, we're not doing that. No, we can't do that. We're not doing that. But that movie is funny because I remember that, and they pop it up all the time now. The rotoscope actor playing Aragorn trips on the sword, and they left it in. They animated it. They animated it. They just they left it in the movie. He trips, falls, gets up, and keeps running, and they left it in the movie. That's kind of crazy, man. I love it. But all right, Rob, what way out there movie you gonna throw at us next?
It's not that way out there,
Oh.
but my number 9 is Moon Song, as performed by Karen O for the movie Her, as directed by Spike Jonze. Great song, very nice, very intimate. No big swell of music or anything like that. In fact, from what I was reading, apparently it was recorded at Spike's kitchen table in his home. And he had the song written down for well over a decade. And he finally made a movie where he could use it. Beautiful scene in the movie, too, although it's sung by Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson, I believe. But for the soundtrack, Karen O actually just did everything. Very simple song, very lovely and intimate song. Just probably one of the more recent songs off of this list from what I'm looking at. Yeah, definitely from the last 10 years.
Yep.
But, oh, no, never mind. There's one more. But, yeah, man, there's beauty in simplicity. There is beauty in a stripped-down track that doesn't have anything but just the ukulele in it. And Karen O is probably one of the most underappreciated vocalists ever. And anybody that can cover Immigrant Song with 9 Inch Nails is metal as fuck. Has to be said. And that's my number 9.
Hell yeah.
You know, Joaquin
Really?
Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson singing a song together. I cannot wait for Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga to do the same in Joker Folie à Deux.
I agree. I'm
They
very
said
excited.
Joaquin Phoenix is going to be one of the dinosaurs in the Jurassic World movie.
Honestly, bro,
He can do it.
Oscar already.
He can do it. He can do it. There's anyone who can do it. It is that man right there. Listen, not for nothing. It's funny when you think about it like this. And again, off topic, little tangent. Joaquin Phoenix is one of those actors where he can do method, right? And he'll take it to a place, unlike my man Jared Leto, who I fucking love, right? But for the love of God, dude, bring it back, tone it down a bit. He gets into the character. Christian Bale did the same thing, and the fact that I mentioned all 3 of those names and they all have something to do with Batman in one sense or another. Amazing.
Amazing.
Batman, that goes back to my pick number 1 last week. All right, no, that's not what we're doing. That's not
Dude,
what we're
Adam West has them all beat because he died believing he was Batman.
Could we not?
Same with Kevin
As he
Conroy.
should.
Could we not bring up Adam West because apparently fucking McFarlane put that out on pre-order without me knowing, and it sold out instantly, and I need that goddamn thing. Sorry, but you have no idea how much I need. I need that. I need that. All right, look, I need to get on number 9. This one is crazy because as I was putting this list together, it was in my top 5. And then as I was compiling the list, and I said, wait a minute. I love this movie, and it should be in my top 5. The fact of the matter is, this movie is probably, it is the oldest song on my list. This song is the oldest song on my list, and that's why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna bring it to number 9. Wow, I went from the youngest song on the list to the oldest song on the list. Number 9, only because I've heard it a billion times. I've watched it in one of my favorite animated series of all times. It plays every Halloween on loop all times. Hell, I got ghost lights that sing the damn song when I put them up. Ray Park Jr.'s Ghostbusters, 1984. You know it. One of the greatest movie theme songs ever made. And again, it was in my top 5. But when we opened it up to 10, there were things that started to hit me where I'm like, I sing this a lot. I sing that a lot. I love that a lot more. And I love the Ghostbusters theme. I fucking do. But it's one of those things where it's like, I'm full. I don't need it anymore. But it has to make the list because it's still one of my favorite things. So, yep. Ghostbusters, Ray Park Jr., my number 9.
I've been in such a Ghostbusters kick the past few weeks. They've been playing on repeat on the Paramount channel and stuff. And I finally watched not Afterlife, but what was the Frozen Empire?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to talk about Frozen Empire, but it just reminds me I love Ghostbusters, and I re-downloaded the Ghostbusters Remastered by Biophonic on my PS5, and I'm going to play that after I finish Jurassic World Evolution 2.
That's a fun game. That Ghostbusters game is a fun
game. I love the game. I played it on the 360, and I can't wait to play it remastered.
I will say, as an aside, Ghostbusters 2 also had a pretty decent soundtrack. That Bobby Brown song, well, I guess we're gonna have to... See, I said I wasn't going to sing, and I started singing. But that Bobby Brown song from Ghostbusters 2, that shit was dope, bro. That shit was dope, man. I used to be in my room. That shit used to come on the box in VH1, and I used to be dancing and shit. I was like, yeah! Oh, if only that movie was as good as the soundtrack. I digress. Story for another time. But yeah, that was my number 9, Ghostbusters. Chase, what's your number 8?
All right, number 8 is done by this movie not many people have heard of, but it's called Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's called Kidnap Mr. Sandy Claus. I don't know if you heard that song, but man, Jonathan Davis from Korn did that song on a remix for it, and I just think that everything for that, the lyrics are just so funny to me, and that song is just so fun. It can be a Halloween song or a Christmas song, and I give props to that song. I love it. It's so much fun, and I listen to it a lot.
I have a feeling that might pop back up again. Or at least the movie.
Yeah.
When Rob stops being cultural. Jesus Christ.
Listen, man, I can't help it.
No.
I
you
like
know what?
Shit.
That's the shit that I love about you. Because now I get to experience things that I've never even heard of. Like fucking Bjork all over again. Because I'm like, yes, Bjork. But I digress. No, man, listen. Kidnapped Santa Claus. Oh, God, how much I love you.
I love the Johnny Elsman version and everyone that joined in on that. But
yeah.
If you listen to Korn's version of it, Jonathan Davis's version, it just makes it more sinister.
I should listen to that as a Korn fan, as a Jonathan Davis fan. I should listen to that.
Yeah.
But that song... Watching them perform that live with Pee Wee Herman, Danny Elfman, and I forgot the girl who sang with them. Ooh,
She's the girl in Beetlejuice, and she's the mom. I think isn't she the mom in Home Alone?
No. Oh
no. She's
no,
not the
no,
mom
that
in
wasn't
Home
her.
Alone.
That wasn't her. Was that her? That
That's
wasn't her.
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara wasn't singing that song. No way.
No, she's the mother in Home Alone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, she definitely. That wasn't her on the stage with Pee Wee and Danny Elfman. I forgot who it was. But
Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, she's the one in Nightmare Before Christmas that sings that song.
you
Really?
no
Yep.
fucking way, dude.
He plays.
What?
I think her name's Dot. Yeah, Dot. It says.
Yep. Well, Dot. Yeah, that's the name. There's no way. There's no way. And Mr. Oogie Boogie Man.
What?
Kidnappy Sandy Claus.
Music in the air.
Come on, live. Where is it live? Come on. It always pops up live.
Although I can't fair.
Holy shit! It is
Is it
her!
really?
Oh my god!
Jesus fuck.
Yeah,
I've seen that movie my entire life and I'm only finding this out now.
Rob, we are today years old, brother.
We absolutely are.
Oh my
We are young
God.
baby boys.
Oh my god, bro. Wow. Okay, see? Damn. Well, it's too late to turn back now. But damn. Okay.
Bless
Chase.
you, brother Chase.
I
Bless
love you, bro. Yeah, that was...
Hey, I came to play, yo.
Yo, you did. No, listen, bro. At the end of the day, I think you might have the list, man. I'm getting mad right now. Like, fuck. I thought I had it, but no. I didn't think I had it. I know for a fact I didn't have it. There's two songs up here that... is it two? Anyhow, I digress. We're going to get to it. Wow, no. Damn, wow. As I was saying, I love that song. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. We'll get to it. Rob, what's your number
Yes.
8?
My number 8 is a song that I hold very near and dear to my heart, which makes no sense since it's at number 8, but that just goes to show everything that comes before it, the heavy hitter. My number 8 is I'm Still Here by John Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls for the Treasure Planet soundtrack.
Oh, gorgeous song.
There's no way to properly describe I'm Still Here in a way that's not going to be 5 hours long. It's how I found out who the Goo Goo Dolls were. It's how I found out about Dizzy Up the Girl being the greatest breakup album of all time. It is one of those tracks that's written for a movie that perfectly encapsulates the main character's arc. And the main character grew up without a dad. I pretty much grew up without a dad. I wanted to find myself, who I was, and all of this heavily emotional shit. And I find a lot of that still to this day in this song that still has one of the best sequences in an animated movie of all time and is still in my consistent rotation on disc, on digital, M4A, MP3, WAV, MOV, the whole 9 yards. It's a classic, and I got to see him perform it live at Nickelodeon.
What?
That's amazing. Such a great movie, too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I really have to watch that movie again. Like, I have not seen that again since...
That's like, that's my favorite. Well, one of my favorite Disney movies. My top 1 or 2, I can't decide, but man.
Wait,
Yeah.
Treasure Planet is a Disney film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like the last Disney film they did before they started doing 3D animation.
Oh, wow. I thought Treasure Planet was one of those, like, outside Disney movies, oh my God.
Sinbad?
King of Egypt, you know what I mean? Like that.
No.
Or
Well, it's all because of Disney. The movie failed so horrendously because they gave the team the money, but they never had much intention on ever properly supporting it. And That's fucked up because the movie ended up being one of the greatest things they've ever allowed to come into place. And had they actually marketed it the correct way, we would have had a sequel with Willem Dafoe playing a fucking pirate.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that would have been so cool.
Exactly. It would have been perfect. Willem Dafoe is built for many things, but him as an animated pirate, oh yeah. Oh.
And it just hurts me because Disney does this where they have their really like far out movies like Disney's Dinosaurs, and then one of my other favorites, The Black Cauldron. These movies never lived on for sequels because they didn't fit their Disney norm, and it just breaks my heart because Treasure Planet, Black Cauldron, Disney's Dinosaurs. I love those movies. Love those movies.
If I'm not mistaken, Disney did The Black Hole, and that's one of my favorite movies. Well, I haven't seen it in a minute, but I remember as a child, I was like, "This is great."
Which movie?
The Black Hole.
The Black Hole.
Yeah, it's like a 70s movie, like a late 70s. I think they were trying to capitalize on Star Wars, Star Trek.
Gotcha.
And it was... I remember the little robots that float, and the scene in this space bridge that was blowing up, and I love shit that explodes, and I was like, this is so dope. I'm a kid, I was a child, but I'm still a kid, whatever. Don't talk to my wife. She's like, you got another fucking toy? Shut up, woman. Shut up, they're figures. They're not toys anymore. And until you catch me playing with them, they're not toys. That's what I tell her. She's going to catch me.
You're not wrong.
I help boost morale in the house.
Okay. Well, my number 8, and in all honesty, this might have been up higher also, like Ghostbusters. It might have been up higher, but even though I'm not a bleeding heart, I do have to acknowledge the elephant in the room when it comes to this particular person. And good God almighty, my man hasn't had a good 2024. This shit, hell, it might have even been spilled over into, since 2023, whatever the case may be, but...
You don't need to call me out like that.
My number 8 song is honestly one of my favorite songs because I fucking love it. It was my wrestling theme music when we would backyard wrestling in BACW, and I was the chairman, like Vince McMahon type bad guy. Rodzilla would come out to 1998's Come With Me by P. Diddy from the Godzilla soundtrack. Son of a bitch, hit the music. Yeah. And I get it. I know P. Diddy was a sampler. Apparently, he sampled a lot of things that we know of right now, right? But I digress.
A zing.
Yeah. This song, I fucking love this song.
That's the one where he goes, "We can be heroes just for one day"?
No. I couldn't use that song because that was an old song, and they remade that song for the movie.
Yeah.
But
it's still a good song.
It is a great song. Me and my cousins used that song in a really dippy home movie we did back in like 1993 or 4. But it was funny as hell. But Come With Me. He gets angry, man. There's like passion in that song. It just starts getting crazy at the end, and I'd just be like, yeah, fuck my enemies, fuck my foes, damn these hoes, and I just want to go break something, right? But again, it's just like that song.
And it gets even more better when Godzilla starts roaring in it too.
Yeah, but he only like roars at the end unless the video edit is different. I got the soundtrack. He doesn't do all that until the end.
I remember the part when he starts spitting like that, where he gets really aggressive. Every time there's a break between like the bars, Godzilla roars.
Look,
but it's like a shriek.
See, it elevates it. That song hit hard, man. I loved coming out to that song when we were doing wrestling. It was just it's just fun. It's fun. And yes. Kashmir is 1,000 times better. I love me some Kashmir. Every time Kashmir comes on, I pull the car over and put the fucking volume up. Listen, motherfucker, I don't care if I'm late for work 10 minutes. Cashmere's on. But again, I digress. P. Diddy's Come With Me off that Godzilla soundtrack. Man. And look, it wasn't really tough. I do love Jamiroquai's Deeper Underground, and that was made for that movie. And if y'all ain't see the video, watch the video. Godzilla bust through the fucking movie theater screen is dope. I love that video. And Jamiroquai is just, he's the male version of Bjork. God, did I say that out loud?
You're not wrong. The man is an innovator, top to bottom.
Absolutely. But Come With Me, P. Diddy, man, it had everything. It had the violins hitting. The violins was hitting. He was angry. He was in the middle of Times Square. He was wearing that suit.
song was just an orchestra.
I know. Hey, listen, but no, he was singing. He was singing. He got there's lyrics on that song. Lyrics on that song.
Oh, of course.
It goes.
It's just a symphony.
He goes. Yeah. Oh God, it's so good. Better than that Mortal Kombat song.
In my car, let me your ear.
See, yeah, you know what? That was Future Diddy singing that song because he knew what was coming. He said, "See my fall."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right, my number 7.
He had a time machine. No, but go ahead, brother Chase. What's your number 7?
No, if you want to speak more, you can.
No. I'm
making a
good.
joke.
I'm good. No, that was good. I'm done.
My number 7 comes from this really awesome. See, we're in this. I don't know if this movie necessarily it's Disney, I think, but it's Steven Spielberg's "We're Back," and the song is called "Roll Back the Clock," aka "The Dawn of Time."
Wow.
Man, John Goodman singing that song, being a T-Rex in the Macy's Day Parade. Back the clock to the dawn of time and sing this song with me. Oh my God!
Wait. The song is "Turn Back Time," right? No.
What's that?
What's the song's name?
It's called "Roll Back the Clock."
Roll back the clock. Right.
Roll back the clock to the dawn of time. Oh. That movie was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I love that song. It made me have so much joy. I would dance to that song, basically just gyrate or sway my hips back and forth. But it was a good song. We're back, man. That movie is just great. Like Steven Spielberg coming off of Jurassic Park and tried to make a dinosaur movie for kids like that. Oh, I loved it, and just a great cast. John Goodman plays Rex perfectly. Like he knew what a T-Rex was supposed to be like.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I love that movie so much.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that was a Steven Spielberg produced movie, but I think that was like one of Don Bluth's last movie.
Yes, yeah, I believe you're right. I know Steven Spielberg was attached to it. I think, like you said, production. So I didn't know he was also part of Land Before Time.
Oh yeah,
he did that too.
Who? Don Bluth?
Yeah.
No, Steven Spielberg produced Land Before Time too.
Bro, Spielberg is an innovator on the highest level. He had his hands in everything Hollywood. He might have been Hollywood. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
He just come out and said that the reason why Glenn Powell and the girl interest don't kiss in Twister is because of him, and I applaud him for that.
You know what? They don't kiss in Twisters, and you know what? I was kind of happy. It's implied, but at the end of the day, I want her to be with my man, the Puerto Rican dude from Transformers, Rise of the Beast. That guy. God, what's his name?
This is kind of off topic, but how was that corn sweat guy or corn sweet guy that was in Twisters?
Who did he play?
He was one of the guys in Twisters. I was just wondering since you saw it.
If he's who I'm thinking he is, because I told my wife, I said, he looks like Henry Cavill. That he was a fucking dick in that movie, man. If it's who I think it is, yeah. If he is what he, but he was a dick. But you know, Twisters was good. I recommend that one too. That was good. Spoilers: there's tornadoes. No, I like
the trailer park's worst nightmare.
Tell me about it. But no, it was a good movie. Yeah, no, we're back. That's a deep cut. Damn, Chase, you really did come to play. Fuck, it's yours. Here's the trophy.
Yeah.
God damn, bro. I like that. That's the movie where they turned the kids into monkeys, right? At the end.
Yep. And the dinosaurs talk.
Yep.
Professor Screw Eyes, the circus ringmaster.
Still one of the coolest villains ever. Just because he has a
Dude,
screw for an eye.
And
That's
the
great.
crows that devour him at the end of that movie. Oh, man.
Remember when you can do that back in the days and you could get away with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, kids got it. Kids got it.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking, oh my God. Oh, I see. Now I think about it. God, I hate you, Disney. I hate you so much. Because it's not on my list, but it should have been, but I digress. Remember when fucking Beauty and the Beast, this dude fell off the roof and hung. He hung himself. He died from a fucking lynching. God, I don't want to use the word lynching, but you know what I mean.
Well, dude, just remember Tarzan? Fucking, what's his name at the end? He gets hung, too. There was a lot of hanging in Disney movies.
Wow. Damn, Disney.
They'd
for
like to
real.
hang out.
He gets hung.
Nice cover,
Rob
Rob.
made mistaken with Clayton Carmine from Gears of War. He's cool.
Oh my God.
He's cool.
Well, no, that's a good pick, man. I can't lie. We're back. Good movie, man. Definitely good movie, especially if you're a dinosaur fan. That's definitely a fucking fun flick. And again, animation back then was so fucking cool, man. You knew what a Don Bluth movie looked like. You seen All Dogs Go to Heaven. You seen Dinosaurs. You seen Land Before Time. I don't know if Secret of Nymph was a Don Bluth movie, but for crying out loud, you know what these are. The 80s was good, and even though I think that was early 90s, we're back. But it was, early. It was after Jurassic Park, you said, right?
Yeah.
Just good times, man. Good times. Good times. Could we please get like a legit traditional animated movie? Anybody, not you, Disney, but anybody else? No, DreamWorks? Huh? Okay. Okay. You're right. You're right. They still do it. Rob, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is from a movie called Bones and All, and the song is called You Made It Feel Like Home by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. And if you know anything about Trent Reznor, you know that at one point in his life, he was a very poetic and angry boy. Like 9 Inch Nails, still to this day, is probably one of the most intense and beautiful musical acts that are still making music. And knowing that they are now scoring, well, they have been scoring films for well over a decade now. I happened upon this song before I saw the movie. I actually saw the movie because of this song. It's just that good. And there's something about just the piano and Trent Reznor talking about how he made it feel like home. I love hearing the man be sad and happy, being a recollecting fucking machine. And I'm not going to say that it's one of my favorite Trent Reznor songs of all time, but I will definitely say out of all of the gorgeous scores him and Atticus Ross have done together, that might be one of my favorite tracks from them as a duo.
I can't take nothing away from Trent Reznor. He delivered Closer. And even though I know many more 9 Inch Nails songs, hell, Hand That Feeds is one of my favorite things to ever sing on Rock Band. Yo, you get me in a room and you give me a set list, that's in there.
Oh yeah.
But fucking Trent Reznor, man, that's again, dude. Stop your shit. You got visionaries on your list. You see, I know you're okay.
I like Wish.
Wish is fucking fantastic. Pinion into Wish off of the Broken EP might be one of the coolest fucking bleed through tracks ever.
And hey, just before we move on, I wanted to put a correction out there. Don Bluth did not direct We're Back. It was directed by Dick Zondag, Ralph Zondag, Phil Nibelink, and Simon Wells.
Yeah.
Damn.
but it was a Dom Bluth inspired film.
That's for sure. Can't deny that.
I
Just
just
in case if
wanna
anyone's
say
watching
and
in the
move
comments
on.
going, oh,
That's crazy. Well, we've hit the 1 hour
Just to
mark.
comment on Trent Reznor one more time.
Yeah, please.
Real quick, he rehearsed, and that song was so fucking good that Johnny Cash covered it. That's it.
Yeah.
and
you
not
write
a
a
lot
song
of
good
people
enough for
know
Johnny
that it's a
Cash
Nine
to
Inch
cover?
Nails song.
Yeah.
That's how it changed.
So,
Wait, say that again, Chase. I didn't
Yeah.
hear that.
Not a lot of people know that "Hurt" is a Nine Inch Nails song. Everyone thinks it's a Johnny Cash original.
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
That's crazy when you have somebody like Johnny Cash remake a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, Johnny Cash was making songs older than Trent Reznor. I'm just saying, but I digress. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, I'm going to start taking a poll. How many times I say I digress in this fucking podcast? I got to stop. Because I think I already did it like 8 times. For the love of Christmas.
I do love Christmas.
I do love Christmas too. But I'm not there yet. Because where am I?
I always have nightmares when there's Christmas
As you
and
should.
before Christmas.
As you should. I tell my wife all the time I have nightmares before Christmas because I know what the fuck my wallet's gonna go through. For the love of God, it's terrifying. That's the real reason Tim Burton made that movie. It wasn't even it was Tim Burton. No, it was Tim Burton produced. Tim Burton's. That was
And
Tim Burton.
Henry Selick directed that movie.
I hate when they do that. You know, it's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, and you're like, oh, I love Tim Burton, and it feels it's the aesthetic, but it's not Tim Burton. Tim Burton, what are you doing? That Beetlejuice 2 trailer looked good though. I can't even lie. That second trailer got me. I was like, all right,
Oh, yeah.
that's way better than the first one. I might go check this one out. Nice fucking model. Honk honk. All right.
Nice fucking model.
Hey, a question. If you use a cheat, can it still be an original song?
If you want, like the way I looked at it, you can use your cheat in this regard however you want. I should have put that down in the thing. The way I looked at it for this is if you wanted to use a cheat for this particular podcast, for this group, I mean, this topic, it would be like an entire album for a sound. Like the entire soundtrack
you.
was dope. Like you could not pick. You know what I mean?
I got you.
And now that I think about it, the wording on that would have had to been so refined where it doesn't even matter. The cheat is a cheat is a cheat. You can cheat. It's what it is. It's a cheat. So you can use it for whatever. I totally get it. But yeah, good question. Good question. All right, so Rob's Rob's first 4 totally movies. Well, Treasure Planet I've actually heard of, so I can't even say that. But totally movies where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's really out there. I love it because we got somebody that's cultured and thinking outside the box. Chase is so far in the fucking lead, killing everybody with deep cuts. Deep Blue Sea for crying out loud. Unbelievable. But this guy kidnapped the Santa Claus, and that's a chart topper. It is. As we are in our first hour of this podcast, Chase said, we'll be here for 4 hours. We're not. We're going to get through this. We're
We also don't have JR.
That's true. None of our friends have joined. We're so lonely. Let's stop that bullshit. All right. I guess I'm up to number 7, right? Yeah, I am. All right, number 7. This one y'all don't know. I'm pretty sure. I'm absolutely certain Chase doesn't know this. Rob, you surprise me every day, so you might know this one. It's from a movie with... Oh, my God. Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. They're 2 undercover cops from Chicago. This is an 80s flick. And honestly, I've seen this movie one time, but this song just stands out. And again, they're in the video. They're in the video. They are in the video. The movie is
Is it
called
the Three Amigos?
what?
Is it the Three Amigos?
Oh my god. Now that I think about it, why didn't I think about it? I love that song. Fuck. Audible. No, let me stop. No. This movie from Michael McDonald, Sweet Freedom from the movie Running Scared. And I'll tell you why. Because as a kid, I don't know what it was. The Doobie Brothers, they had that voice, right? The Doobie Brothers. Right? All that shit, right? And then I guess they broke up, whatever the case may be. I was a kid. I don't know. I don't care. But I remember hearing this song on the radio. And then I remember seeing the video for this song. And I was like, oh, this is dope. Because I remember seeing the movie as a kid. I tried watching it the other day and I was like, yeah, okay. I'm going to come back to you. Because, it's one of the, it's not Die Hard. I'll put it like that. It's not Die Hard. But this song, Sweet Freedom, I don't know what it was as a kid that it hit me. As a kid, it just hit me. And I was like, I love everything about the song, the composition, the melody, everything about this song. Then I saw the video and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, shit. And everything just comes together. And what? The end of 2023? Yes, about the end of 2023. It just popped up on YouTube. I'll 100% disclosure. I'll have my Friday night music fucking festivals where I come home from work. I had a long week. Crack the case open. Let's go. Start busting them back. And I just put music on and let it rock. And one day I just had like 80s music just playing. And this song came on. And I was like, I know that song. Oh my God, wait a minute. What the fuck? Woke me up out of my stupor. And then all of a sudden, I was a kid again. And I was like, oh my God, Sweet Freedom. Shine, sweet freedom. Shine your light on me. You burn my magic. You work. See, don't sing. Don't sing. It's terrible.
See, I thought you were going to say The Power of Love from Back to the Future.
I don't think that song was made for Back to the Future.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, but no, this one was on the soundtrack. For the soundtrack, I looked it up. I had to make 1,000% sure because I was like, wait, what? This song was made for the soundtrack and then came out on a greatest hits album afterwards because it got mad radio play. Like Eye of the Tiger. It was one of those songs that got mad radio play when this song came out. It was 1986. Massive radio play. And yeah, for that, Mike McDowell, Sweet Freedom from the movie Running Scared. I swear to God, when we're done in this podcast, I'm going to make y'all listen to it because I don't care because y'all going to hate me, but I don't care. But it's fun. It's a fun song. The video is fun. Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines, they're fucking great. I love them together. I love them. Oh, God, I wish we could have more of that, right? They were a perfect duo in the 80s. Perfect. But yeah, that's my number 7. That's my number 7. Shine, Sweet Freedom. Shine your light on me. See, none of y'all know that, right?
By the way, those Super 7 figures that were shown look awesome.
Which ones?
The Burning Godzilla, the what is it? Not
Blazing.
Burning Godzilla. What are they calling it? It's like
Blazing.
Cinder Godzilla?
Blazing
Blazing
Godzilla?
Yeah, that figure looked cool, and seeing that -1 figure Super 7's doing, I'm a little iffy on, but I'm still happy I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm not mad at all. But Brother Chase, we're up to number 6. What is yours?
Number 6.
All right, we're going far back on the Disney chart to a movie called The Sword and the Stone, and it was one of my favorite songs as a kid. And that song is That's What Makes the World Go Round. I don't know what it is about this song, but I loved it every time it was on screen. And I think one of my favorite parts is the animation style went from Merlin and Arthur to them being fish in a pond in a moat with a barracuda in it, and they sing that song. That's what makes the world go round. That's what makes the world go round. Like, oh my, it was just so catchy. It was just a fun song, and I just love that movie. I think that movie is hilarious for a kid's cartoon, and back then one of those films with an animation style and drawing that they don't do no more is awesome. That's my number 6.
Not for nothing, the Sword and the
Nice.
Stone. That again, Disney knew what they were doing, man. Don't get me wrong, like even today, modern Disney animation wise, they still do their thing. They really, really do. I mean, fuck. You look at something like Moana, and it's literally eye popping. It's beautiful to watch that movie. Even though Maui kind of skeeves me out. I don't know why. It's like, what the fuck? But I digress. You know. But everything else, but Disney had that shit. That 2D animation, that was a team, man. That was like legit a whole team of people just drawing and tracing and making different things to make this thing flow. And we get a fucking 90-minute animated movie.
Well, growing up, I was mostly into those Disney movies. I mean, I love Treasure Planet, and that's still one of my favorites. But my setting of Disney was the old Disneys, like Bedknobs and Broomsticks and Sword in the Stone, Children, Robin Hood. That era of Disney is where I sit very strongly.
No, I fucking hear that.
Agreed.
I hear that. Well, Rob, we're up to number 6. What's yours?
Yeah. Well, it's a song both of you have probably heard. I'd be surprised if you didn't.
No way.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to give this a big fucking intro, but screw it. My number 6 is My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion from Titanic.
Was that
I'm gonna be real.
for Titanic?
Yeah.
Yes,
That was
it was.
Titanic.
In fact, Celine Dion did not write that song. James fucking Cameron did. And he hated thinking that a pop song would be like a major seller in Titanic. Lo and fucking behold, they convinced Celine Dion to do it after like fucking 5 tries, and the girl fucking knocks it out of the goddamn park. But when it comes to romance flicks, Titanic is probably right on up there with the greatest of the greats. It's a Romeo and Juliet type tale. I don't need to tell you the magnificence that James Cameron fucking pulled off in 1997. You all know. He's James Cameron. He's the greatest pioneer.
James Cameron, the greatest pioneer.
Thank you. Truly. I love that song. But My Heart Will Go On is probably like one of the greatest tracks to ever grace a movie soundtrack, to ever grace however many greatest hits compilations Celine Dion has, because she's got multiple. And to this day, watching Titanic for the first time, I think in 1999, with the special double VHS tape box that blew my mind as a kid.
Oh, God. That thing.
Yeah. Nothing at that point in my life had hit me harder than hearing the instrumental version of that track, but then also hearing it at the end. Just, it's a powerful movie, but it's an equally powerful song that has not only stood the test of time, but still just manages to be one of the most beautiful tracks like composed for a movie, personally.
That I can't argue with that, because the song is beautiful. I will argue one thing. I don't think it's pop. I think it's more ballad.
You're right. It's a ballad, not pop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That is my bad.
Yeah, it's a total ballad. It's a beautiful song. It really is. I hate Titanic. Oh God! I hate that movie. That's the only James Cameron movie I hate. And again, it's not because I'm looking for Arnold Schwarzenegger to blow shit up, James Cameron. But man, it's the perfect date movie if you're getting jerked off in the theater. I wasn't. I hate that movie. I fucking hate that movie. My wife
was
was
waiting for an alien to pop up in the Antarctic frozen at some point.
something. Oh man, I'll never forget us. I went to see that movie. I think we went with people too. I think we had. I don't know if it was my wife's friend at the time when we was boyfriend girlfriend, but I think we did go with people. And I just remember, could we get to the ship sinking, please? It's all I want. And then even then, I was kind of like, all right, it's cool, but come on, James Cameron, it's you, bro, blow shit up. Like, make this shit a little more messy. I digress. And then, oh God, the end. I'll never let you go, Jack. I'll never let you. Oops. Oh,
Let's go.
God, Jesus
There's enough
Christ.
room on that board for the both of them.
I'm sorry. It's just,
Indeed.
You know-
It's been contested and everything. I will always admit that. But I'm sorry, it's James Cameron.
and it won an Oscar.
We all
And it was
know.
it's the
This
first.
is the movie where he uses his leverage. I made fucking Titanic. Now give me my movie budget
Yep.
because you can't
I'll
argue
tell
with
you.
him.
Yep.
All Titanic is a prequel to BioShock. We all know they ended up finding Rapture underneath the ocean. That's where they all went.
Honestly, man, I was waiting for that to be like a DLC or something at some point, and the fact that it never goddamn happened, it's just like, bro, come on, revisionist history.
It was right
That
there.
would have been so cool.
It was right there. Yeah, no.
So cool.
Yo, that was the first movie that people actually was mad at me. It's like, because I was a total asshole. I can't even lie. I was a total asshole. I wasn't talking out loud, but I wasn't whispering either. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was.
and I get it. It's definitely not a movie you sit down to watch because you love it so much
The problem.
and you just loved every second of it.
the problem was, I had to go to chick flicks when I was courting my wife. I had to do it, right? That's what you do. We didn't have that online swipe left shit, okay? Fuck that. No, you put the work in. That's what I did. I put the work in. So I courted my wife. So I had to go to, these chick flicks, these rom-coms and all that shit. But they're over in 85 minutes. You get in, eat popcorn, go to dinner. That simple. Titanic is 20 fucking hours long. I'm sitting there like, yo, is this shit, when the fuck are they gonna die? Oh my God.
Why isn't Godzilla sinking the ship?
Yo, for real, could you imagine if that movie came out today? 15 hours long and an after credit sequence? Come on, man. I'm done. I can't.
Now they would just make the movie about Ocean Gate before Titanic.
Oh my God.
I'm sure they're doing that too.
Oh my, could you imagine James Cameron does that?
And they're building another ship for a sequel.
Titanic.
Oh yeah, they've been building the Titanic 2 for like ages, just because some rich Australians like, oh right, I think I could do that.
Huh. You sure it's not
I
Richard
was meaning
Branson?
The submarine. They're building another submarine.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it Richard Branson?
I know what I'm saying. They are making another. They are building a Titanic, another one.
yeah. I didn't know about the submarine though. God damn.
No.
Keep on keeping on.
What do you mean you don't know about the submarine that fucking imploded going to the Titanic?
No, I knew about that. I didn't know they were making another one.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
they're making another.
Oh God. I'd rather go to space.
Bro, I'd rather go to Florida.
Shit. You know where I'd rather go? For my number 6?
Mm.
Christmas Town.
Ah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That was a perfect segue. It was so sweet. It was so perfect. My number 6. So. Yeah, I guess it was so.
No, I said so good.
Oh, I didn't hear the good part, but thank you. No, my number 6, in all honesty, and this one I had trouble with because Chase kidnapped the Santa Claus. I love that song with all my heart. I do. I fucking do. But what's this? From The Nightmare Before Christmas? Woke my ass. Not that I was sleeping, but just it woke me up. I said, what is this? Literally. Watching that movie in the movie theaters. I said, what is that? Whoa. Because it was good. I was loving it. I love the aesthetic. I love Halloween. All that shit. It was resonating. But it switches on a dime when Jack gets to Christmas Town and his exuberance, his enthusiasm, his wonder of it all smacked me right in the face in the movie theaters. This is a time where there's no IMAX. This is a time where there's no Dolby. This is a time of a regular screen and regular speakers with those really hard-ass seats that you sit in that you fucking, you don't even know this, but your right back pocket is now wet. You don't know why. And it's sticky. That's disgusting. But this is the time I lived in, where I saw this movie. In the theater I saw it in. Cobble Hill Cinema, baby. Shout outs. When I saw What's This for the first time, literally, I was like, oh my God, that's genius. Talk about composition and all that shit before. This was it. This was it.
Man, Danny Elfman, man.
Danny Elfman
Yeah.
fucking kills this. He kills this. And I didn't even know. It was until literally, a couple years ago? I was like, I'm sorry, what? Wait. The guy that scored the song, the guy that scored Batman, is the guy who sung it? I didn't know. I never paid attention to that. Never did. Because I didn't care. But when I found that out, I was like, oh, this guy is a fucking genius. He's a genius. We talked about geniuses earlier before. I think Danny Elfman is right there. Could you imagine Danny Elfman and Bjork on a track with Trent Reznor together?
Stop it.
I'm just
I would cease to exist after hearing that for the first time.
I don't know, making a Star Trek movie? I don't know. It'd just be weird, right? It'd just be weird. But I mean, like, honest to God, What's This? And to this day, look, I love Kidnap the Santa Claus. It's my fucking jam. The way they sing and go and I love that song so much. But What's This? From the highs to the lows, the way he goes in this song, it's fucking perfect. It's a perfect song. It's a perfect song. It really is. And to be in a movie that A Nightmare Before Christmas was is unfucking believable. And here's what bothers me. There's still a shit ton of people who've never seen this movie who don't know this song. Yet, this is the type of song that'd be right up their alley. If that makes sense to y'all.
Oh, it does. I mean, it doesn't make sense that people in this day and age still haven't seen A Nightmare Before Christmas, but
Right. No, that song.
I've never seen the movie.
He only heard the
you
soundtrack.
find me.
He's only heard the soundtrack. But no, yeah. Number 6, What's This? Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas. And notice I said Jack Skellington because I still can't believe it's Danny Elfman. But it is. But I digress. God damn, I said it again. Chase, that being said, we are now up to number 5.
Number 5 on the list. I have to round it out to my song that I start Halloween with. This is Halloween. Nightmare Before Christmas, man. That's my number 5.
Goddamn right.
That is dope.
More importantly, the Marilyn Manson rendition, okay?
Fucking fire rendition. Fucking fire.
On the topic of What's This, though, there's this parody on YouTube called The Fuck Is This? And it's basically the whole song, but changed, like, the fuck is this? The fuck is this? It's funny.
How dare
but
they?
yeah, this is Halloween, Nightmare Before Christmas, man. That whole movie, that film has so many original songs written for it that are just awesome. Sally's songs, good. You know, I mean, gosh, the Pumpkin King is just, man, that movie has great songs. But yeah, this is Halloween. That's my 5.
You ain't lying, man. Nightmare Before Christmas is a cheat level worthy soundtrack. Rob.
You say that.
Like a fucking open book, baby. But no, dude, this is Halloween. Seriously. Again, like you said, it's unbelievable. And again, that happens early in the movie, and I'm watching, and I'm like, this is so fucking dope. This is so fucking dope. But again, the aesthetic was there, so it fit. And that's why, like, for me, What's This pops, even though, again, Kidnap Santa Claus is, oh God.
Yeah.
But What's This pops because it's like, it's so different. And literally, it's like the audience goes on that ride because we went from Halloween Town and all that Halloween stuff to all of a sudden a Christmas Carol. And God damn it, why ain't What's This a Christmas Carol now? Come on. Come on. It's up there with Rudolph and Frosty. It really is. Why are we doing it?
This is Halloween. Just that opening bass line and drum beat. The oh my God! It just awakens something dark. Man, I love that song.
Who the fuck is Danny Elfman really an alien? Because I've heard that rumor. Because I think he is.
He was seen on. He played at one of the. I think it was Louder Than Life a couple months ago, and he's on stage. Man, dude, he's ripped. He's ripped as shit. He's like Carrot Top on steroids if he was a musical genius.
It's true. That man is very well taken care of.
Listen, living in Vegas, we see Carrot Top a lot, like on TV and stuff, and you might catch him on the street. Carrot Top is a fucking monster, bro. That dude is not the Carrot Top I knew when he first started, when I was in Brooklyn.
The carrot that got dropped and was left under the couch for years.
Oh, well, I don't know. That the Carrot Top now, bro, that is, yeah, that's Hulk Smash right there,
All the
brother.
drugs he's taking.
It could be that, too. It could be that. Who knows? But solid choice at your number 5, bro. Solid choice.
Oh, yeah? Well, just you wait till you hear my number 4.
Oh, my God. Well, anticipation. Rob, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Beautiful World by Utada Hikaru from the rebuild of Evangelion 1.0, You Are Not Alone. Now, for the longest time, I thought this was just a track she had cobbled together that Hideaki Anno was just like, I want that shit from my movie about depression robots. You get that to me. No, I found out during my search, my Wikipedia hunt for this list that, yeah, she wrote it for this friggin' movie, and it was so good that they didn't even bother asking her to write another song for the second film. They just remixed it.
Oh, shit.
So, it's a very, very beautiful track, even though a decent portion of it isn't in English, it's in Japanese, but she sounds better when she sings in Japanese, I'm sorry. And, going through the lyrics, going through the themes of it, not only is it just a beautiful sounding song that you could just vibe to, but reading the proper translation for those lyrics, that's a fucking sad song of just wanting to see your friends and just hang out and just be a normal kid when you're in a robot that's technically your mother and an angel from fucking, we're not going to get into it, but Beautiful World, Utada Hikaru. My number 5.
It's a solid number 5. I'll be honest with you, never heard it because, well, Evangelion just ate my speed at all.
It's perfectly fine.
But
Not a lot of people's speed.
No.
It wasn't my speed when I first saw it.
But you know it is my speed, since we're on the animation block right now. On my number 5, Heart of Madness, Fist of the North Star. Now, I don't know if y'all know this one, but this is, and I looked it up. I made sure, damn it. This song, when I saw Fist of the North Star, And I was in love. I can be honest. I was in love with my man Ray. And it's not because it's my namesake, but I just like this fucking powers. This man could jump up, move his hands around, and slice and dice you. That shit was crazy. It was dope. It was dope. And now at the end, Ken's not around. It's Ray and the children. There's King Rao. Ray's like, fuck it, I got him. I'll take care of it. He jumps up and then that fucking music starts. Doom, 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 doom. Then the guitar. Oh my God. And then there's Japanese words and I'm not even going to fucking do it. But once the fucking riff hits and it's like, oh, staring in the heart of madness. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Bro, I seen this movie, man. I was in my early teens and I was just like, this is the greatest fucking thing right now happening. It's the greatest fucking thing right now happening. And it was. It was absolutely bonkers, balls to the wall. And I fucking love it. Oh my God. If y'all never heard this song, I swear to God, just Heart of Madness, Fist of the North Star. They'll play it with the motherfucking, with the movie. It's even better with the visuals, right? Because then you can feel for Ray. You feel for him. Oh, man. One of my all-time favorite things. This was the tough one. This is what knocked Ghostbusters out the list. This was knocked it out the top 5. Because I was like, damn. I love Ghostbusters. I do. But I felt something when I saw that, and I still do when I see it. Number 5, Heart of Madness.
I've never seen that movie, but it sounds awesome.
Oh, Fist of the North Star. Yeah, no, wait, listen. Fist of the North Star is like one of the better animated movies to come out back in the day. Like, highly recommended. It's fun as fuck. It's violent as shit. It's not
better
like...
than Ferngully?
Huh?
Better than Ferngully?
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, no, Ferngully is really good. I saw that in the theaters, too. Oh, my God. You said Ferngully, and I just remembered I missed the fucking... It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just remembered I missed something. It's quite okay. What a dickhead. What a dickhead. But before we go on to our next batch of things, I do want to take a time out and talk about Comic-Con, for instance, and just a couple of the figures that are coming out that we might want. Like, for instance, even though this ain't at Comic-Con, but like the Godzilla store just put up the Zilla figure, even though that could have been at Comic-Con. I'm just saying, it could have been one of those Comic-Con things. But we'll take a couple of seconds right now. Rob, being that you are the resident toy guy, some toy dude. What are some of the things you've seen that right now is like totally rocking at Comic-Con?
Everything that Haya has unveiled. Just gonna be upfront with you there. The GMK, the Mechagodzilla 93, the fucking Godzilla 2000.
Yeah.
Like Haya's just they're just killing it, and their Ultimate Godzilla looks fantastic. I'm curious to know more about that.
Dude, if it lights up blue, oh boy.
Apparently it does, but we'll wait. We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait. But it looks like it does. It looks like the spikes at least flash or something.
Yeah, it's going to be their Kokyo Kyoku, except it's not going to be a fucking one and done failure where they show off a Shin Godzilla that never gets released, Bandai. Anyway, it's just been mostly just Haya. They've been really, really killing it. I mean, the Batman animated series stuff from Mondo looks great, but fuck them. And really, the only other thing that's really, really ensnared me, save for Super 7, Trendmasters, Godzilla Ultimate, that it definitely, anyway, was just Mattel's 30th anniversary Street Sharks Ripster, A Shark Among Us set, which I was able to pick up. That's probably been my my number one because I am dead set on getting all of those. And other than that, yeah, it's been Godzilla. It's been mostly Godzilla.
I also really like the Predator and the Prey figure they put where he's ripping off the wolf's head, and the Alien Romulus figure they're putting out.
Yeah. Fucking NECA actually just showed off their Alien Romulus stuff, and it's about damn time.
Yeah.
It's about damn time. It's felt weird without NECA dropping Alien stuff.
And so close to the release of the movie, 2 weeks. Come on.
Eh?
No, I agree. The highest stuff has been out of bounds, man. When it comes to the Godzilla stuff, I'm like, what the fuck? You know me, Super 7. It's got the shit I want.
It was funny because I saw someone say that Hiya Toys is no longer the competitor; they're the dominator.
Oh.
And man, I want that Godzilla 2000 figure so bad. Oh, that has me so excited.
That prototype.
Best part about that is they're going to fucking toss out the normal version, then they're going to toss out the Heat Ray version like 6 months later. So you're not going to get one, but you're going to get two.
Yeah, and I got that Hokkaido version where he's the Atomic Blast one, which is funny. I don't like that they're naming it Atomic Blast now. I like Atomic Breath so much better, but whatever, Toho. But I originally had the 91 figure pre-ordered that was just the standard, but I have to have the Atomic Breath ones. So I canceled that pre-order for the Atomic Breath.
Understandable entirely. Like 100%.
That translucent Hiya 2014 though, I'm like, yes please. Yeah, all right. Yes please. Thank you. 55? I'll take it. I'll take it Hiya. Thank you.
Shima looks amazing.
Yeah, that thing is a fucking bewilderment. And it's only $10 more than the standard Hiya figure. Like, excuse you.
Now and Hiya's Kong, that looks cool too.
Yeah, their new Kong, it looks like they took every criticism from their GVK Kong and their Skull Island Kong personally and said, wait.
Gotta love it. All right, well, had to take that quick little break. I wanted to talk about that real quick. True story. I had to use the bathroom. But live streams. Let's talk. Let's get back on track. We all hit our number 5s. Here we go. This is it. We're in the end game now, brothers. This is where we couldn't pick and choose, so we had to make it a top 10. So Chase, we're coming to you. What is your number 4?
All right. I know I've been using my Disney songs, but now we're getting into the more personal songs that I know of. So as a kid, let me just ask a question. How many of you guys have heard of the singer Mark Colley? Kind of blues, rock and roll type guy.
Yeah, I know Mark Colley.
All right. So maybe Ray knows where I'm going. I was a big Punisher fan. Thomas Jane Punisher fan. There's a song in that movie called In Time, written by Mark Colley, presented in that movie, sung in that movie, written and performed by his character called Harry Hack in The Punisher 2004 with Thomas Jane, John Travolta, and Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Oh, I love that song, that dark bluesy song. He tells Frank Castle that he's going to sing at his funeral. Oh, man, I can hear what you're thinking. All your thoughts and fears. Oh, I love that song.
My God!
That is my number 4. I love that song, and then it just turns into one of the most epic diner brawls where he's speed racing in the streets, and then looks like Punisher's getting bested, and then takes out his projector knife and shoots the knife blade into Harry Heck's neck. Oh, spoilers, but man, and that song plays in, he sings that in, and then at the end of the movie, it plays it in full. Man, that song, you can't run from the devil even if you tried. Oh, that song is so dark and cool, man. And I love Punisher. I love that song. I love that movie. Oh my god, that's my number 4.
Fire.
Give me a second.
So it was.
Give me a second. Okay. All right. Give me I can hear what you're thinking. Oh my god. All your doubts and fears. I did not know that song was made for the Punisher. I thought it was a licensed song.
And I had to I spent hours making sure, and it was written for that movie, for that character, Harry Heck, to sing to the Punisher. Yeah,
Bro, oh my god. Just hearing that brings me back and reminds me of another one I should add on the list. But I said it can't be on the list because this was definitely licensed for the damn song. In my old original playlist, right? Back in the days when I had an iPod and I boom, headphones on, I'd play that song literally in my playlist. I wouldn't go shuffle. I just hit play. It was that song, which, wow, I fucking love that song. And Desperado, fucking Antonio Banderas in the beginning of that movie. Oh my god, back to back.
Desperado, that's one you don't hear often.
Bro, back to fucking back. I would play that song. Chase, man, you took me to another place in time, bro, that I'm looking at my list now and I'm like, Chase wins. Oh my god, bro. I thought that was one of those songs, man, that was just, it's an old song and you license it for a movie so you don't think twice. Oh man, bro. Rob, I'm sorry.
And I wasn't gonna pick it at first because I thought the same thing. I was like, man, I bet that song wasn't written for that movie. And when I looked it up and was reading about it, it was like, yeah, no, Mark Hawley wrote that song for that part, for the character he was asked to play. And I'm like, okay, then hands down, I got to choose it. Because I love that song as a kid. It takes me back to my days playing the Punisher video game. Oh, with Thomas Jane voicing Frank Castle in the game. And oh my God, that was a big part of my childhood. Big Punisher fan. Hulk, Ghost Rider, Punisher. Those were my Marvel characters, and that's why I'm so bitter, because Hulk Ruffalo's not Hulk.
Hulk Ruffalo is Hulk, bro. He works. He works.
No, he's sissy. He's sissy green guy.
No.
He's the Green Giant.
No.
Serving up green beans.
No, he's gonna, trust me, he'll make a comeback. He has to. I mean,
Norton's gonna rip his head off.
Oh man, I can't. Rob, I'm sorry. I'm like legit. I'm fangirling right now, bro. Like on some real shit. I'm in a Michael Jackson concert, passing out in the '80s right now with that big Chase. Cause, Dad, God damn, I literally had both those songs back to back, knowing they're both from soundtracks. Wow, Ray, you fucked up. No, I don't think I fucked up. I like my music. I like my songs. I do. But fuck, I did not know that because it would have been on my list. I would have got rid of Encanto. I would have got rid of Sweet Freedom. Fuck, I might have got rid of Come With Me on some real shit. They could go. My top 5 had to be in my top 5. They had to be. But oh shit, Chase, fucking slamming choice, bro. That one right there, bro. Bring back, bro. Tears out my eyeballs. That's solid. God damn. Rob, what's your number 4? I'm sorry, I don't know if I competed either way. Well, Rob, what's your number 4? I'm sorry.
My number 4 took me on, well, not really. It didn't take me on too much of a journey, but when I first heard this song, it took me on a bit of a journey. My number 4 is a track called Uramibushi. I probably fucking butchered that. In English, that is My Grudge, and it is a track sung by singer-actress Meiko Kaji. And for a better part of my life, until about 2 years ago, I thought the song was written for Kill Bill Volume 2. Turns out, it's not. It was written for her tetralogy series, Female Prisoner, 701, Scorpion. A movie where she has maybe 3 or 4 lines, and that's it. She just stares at people, and it's scary and oddly attractive. Anyway, but this is just one of those tracks. It's got that Showa vibe to it. It's got the instrumentation. It's got the theme, the fucking everything to it. And from the time in 2006 when I first saw Kill Bill Volume 2, it's just been one of those tracks that I would remember and forget, and until I found it again. And lo and behold, when Arrow Video released the entire series of the Female Prisoner series with Meiko Kaji in them, I found out that I had been living a fucking lie for a better part of my life. And this beautiful, vengeful, and dark track for a whole fucking different series of movies. It's one of my favorites, and Meiko Kaji is hot to this day.
I love the Kill Bill movies.
You see
They're
what
great
I'm,
movies.
you see what I'm saying about the cultural aspect that Rob's bringing into this motherfucking podcast? Because here I am, I'm thinking we're going to get a commercial and shit. No. Rob is like, fuck you, Disney. Even though he got a Disney on him, he's like, fuck you, Disney. We're not doing that. Rob's like, I'm giving you Bjork, Trent Reznor, Japanese fucking oh God. I love you, Rob. Oh shit.
I love you
See,
too,
I'm
bro.
scared because there's one song that I'm wondering if Rob's gonna choose, and we're not there yet. But if he doesn't say it, I'm gonna be so shocked.
Well,
We'll see. My number 3, my final 3 are not what I would call cultured, but cultured at the same time.
none of my picks have
Okay,
been
okay.
cultured. Well, no, I'm lying. My number 10, kind of, sort of, Disney culture. But I digress. Oh, God, that 20th time. Nobody. Okay, does that mean I got to go with my pick now?
Yep.
We're at number 4, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
All Hail the Queen. Dun 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 dun. This is one of the greatest movies ever made. I just watched this the other day. Flash! Pew! Ah, yeah, Queen! He saved every one of us. Oh my God! Listen, this is what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about the 10 Commandments of movie songs, I'm talking about the songs that just make sense. Good God Almighty! When Queen was tapped to do the soundtrack for a little movie called Flash Gordon. You know, the inspiration George Lucas used for Star Wars. I'm just saying, yeah, okay, I get that with the 7 Samurai, all that, whatever the fuck. No, it was Flash Gordon. He saw Flash Gordon, he said, it's a space opera, I want to make that. Queen did the soundtrack, and the fucking theme song, Flash Gordon by Queen. And yes, it's not just Flash, there's lyrics to it. Is it, he saved every one of us, stand for every one of us, okay? Like, he saved every dime in the bam, in the bam, in the bam, in the bam. Oh, Flash! Oh, my God almighty. You watch that movie, you hear that song, you put that shit together, and I swear to God, when I was watching it the other day, I sent a message to the chat, and I said, JR, I fucked up. Because I wish there was more time to watch certain movies, not the ones we watched, certain movies. These movies that shape childhoods. This movie shaped my childhood. It was always on Channel 11, WPIX. Channel 11, always there. Oh, watch it constantly, over and over and over and over. I don't give a fuck. Flash Gordon is one of my favorite movies I've made. But that theme song, it was higher on the list. It was. It got knocked down a peg or two. But Flash Gordon by Queen, and I shit you not, when we do our soundtrack, spoiler alert, it's gonna be in the same motherfucking spot. It's up here in the top 5, maybe top 3. I'm just letting y'all know now in advance. But Flash Gordon, for the sake of this podcast with lyrics, there's a song, it's in there. Freddie Mercury just fucking, he cooks. Queen cook. They bake. They cook. They put the chef's hat on. They're fucking in Mongo serving it up. I love that fucking song. I love it. It's not my favorite song on the soundtrack. My favorite song on the soundtrack has no fucking words. But for this podcast, it's there. It's my number 4. Flash Gordon, I swear to God, if y'all never heard it, I'm going to be so angry.
Of course I fucking heard it. I've seen the movie. I own the soundtrack.
Okay.
It's a must.
So
You know
I've
the...
known.
Uh-oh.
I was just gonna say I've known of Flash Gordon, but it wasn't really until the movie Ted came out that I really knew about Flash Gordon.
Mhm.
And honestly, I gotta give mad props to Ted. I'm not a what's his name? Is it what's the guy that does that?
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his, right? Like I don't like Family Guy. My father swears by the Star Trek thing that he does.
The Orville.
The Orville. Yeah, he swears by that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, everybody. So I'll give that a watch eventually. Like I'll give that a pass. But like his humor don't hit me. I saw Ted, that Flash Gordon scene. I was like, oh God, I love this movie because it made me feel like, okay, finally, here we go. You. I'm not trying to alienate nobody, but you dumbass kids are ready to get fucking cultured. It's Flash. Get him! Bam, 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 bam. Oh my.
Not only that, but in the sequel, they go to Comic-Con and there's people dressed as Godzilla and stuff, and there's a big part of Godzilla in there too. It's great stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Ted 2 because honestly, I wasn't a fan. But the Flash Gordon thing was like, yeah, you win. You win. You fucking win. So for that, Ted, I do thank Ted for that. For putting Flash Gordon on the map for people who might not have ever seen Flash Gordon. I am honored to have seen Flash Gordon. I am honored to have owned Flash Gordon a couple of times. And in my nice Arrow Video fucking 4K box set that they came out with, it is absolutely astounding and I love it. I love it to death. And I watched it the other day, and I was singing and hooping and hollering, and my wife was yelling, and now she can't do a thing because her back's out. And then she, what you gonna do? You can't get off the couch, woman. Let me stop. I'm sorry. I hope she's not listening. She's gonna poison the food. But no, that's my number 4. Flash Gordon from Queen for the Flash Gordon soundtrack. It is fucking epic in every fucking way, and like I said, spoiler, that's gonna be in my favorite soundtracks of all time. Definitely up there. It's one of my all-time favorites. All right, number 3. Oh, we are in now. We're in the end game, fellas.
Oh boy.
Chase, I'm really excited to hear what your number 3 is because your fucking 10 to 4 has been on point, especially that last one, which is you fucking motherfucker me.
With my number 3, I actually don't know. I know people are gonna know this song, but I don't know if a lot of people are gonna know that this song was written for the movie specifically.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure all of us have seen the movie Scorpion King, right?
What? The Rock movie?
Not in a very long time.
Yeah. Well, there is this metal band that I like called Godsmack, and they wrote the song "I Stand Alone."
That's from the Scorpion King?
Specifically for the Scorpion King, yes. Sully Erna has mentioned several times that "I Stand Alone" is written as in the like narrative story for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character going throughout the movie. And I love it.
I love that song.
Well, what's funny is I did not love that song until I saw it premiere in Real Steel with Hugh Jackman.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
I mean, I'm a big Godsmack fan. I love the majority of their songs. But "I Stand Alone" was written for the movie Scorpion King, and that is on my number 3 list. I just can't get that. I mean, that song is just when I was, I mean, even still now, but that song is just heavy and has a dark tone to it. And I mean, back in my day as a kid, listening to Godzilla MV videos, and Godsmack when he playing with Godzilla, I Stand Alone. Oh, man, I love that song. I love that song. That song is so cool. It's so fun. Stand alone. Oh, inside, yeah, dude, that song, and man. Godsmack's I Stand Alone, written for Scorpion King. That's my third song on my list.
Dude, I had no idea that was written for the Scorpion King. That song is dope. I love that
I
song.
did my research. I came to play.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That's a banger, man. Now, I wouldn't put it on my top 10, but that song is dope, bro. Like, that gets rotation in my playlist legit. I can't even lie. I was like, wait, what? I Stand Alone? Fuck out of here. I digress again. Oh, shit. Rob, what's your number 3?
My number 3 comes from one of the greatest sequels of all time.
Uh-oh.
The fourth in a series of many, we'll say. From one of the greatest montages of all time, even.
No,
No.
it can't be. It can't be. Rob, you can't be serious. Are you going where I think
Hearts
you're...
on Fire, John Cafferty, Rocky 4.
Who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be there?
I'm sorry, but you can't construct a top 10 list without at least one Rocky song in there. And to me personally, I love Eye of the Tiger, but Hearts on Fire, bro. Whenever I go jogging, whenever I go walking, whenever I'm lifting some fucking weights, nothing puts lead in my pencil. Yeah, that's disgusting. I said it. More than Hearts on Fire. I feel like Sylvester Stallone when I listen to it. I'm running through the fucking snow, going up on a mountain. Every time. Hearts on Fire, Rocky 4, John Cafferty, Onion Ring.
Give me a second. Because like Chase with his in time, Mark Carly, like, I wanted to put it there. I love it. Hearts on fire, strong desire.
Dude, it's, oh my God, it is infectious.
And then it's the greatest montage in the Rocky series.
Hands down.
Hands down. And
You
then
don't get better than that.
You don't. You get Rocky doing legit shit, and then you get Drago in the fucking state-of-the-art fucking thing, and Rocky's running up a fucking mountain, and then when he gets to the top of the mountain, it goes, Drago! Oh, it's one of the greatest things in fucking movie history. If we do a top 10, that's in the top 3. Oh my God,
Oh, you're goddamn right. You are goddamn fucking right, because you have everything in that montage. Fire song, fire visuals, Rocky running up a mountain covered in snow.
Oh,
He's killing it. Drago's injecting it. But dog,
Yep.
unbeatable moment in every sense of the word across all of the senses.
And when I did my research, Hearts on Fire was made for Rocky 4.
Yes.
And it killed me to no end. Because as much as I love that song, we're not indestructible. Man, it wasn't made for Rocky. I was like, wait, No Easy Way Out is the greatest Rocky song I ever heard. Wait, it's not made for Rocky? Sylvester Stallone got that song from a catalog. It was already done. It wasn't made for Rocky. Oh, because I wanted a Rocky song. That's a spoiler, ladies and gentlemen. Eye of the Tiger is not on this list. Oh, I wanted it, and I really gave Hearts on Fire thought when I saw, but I was so upset that No Easy Way Out wasn't made for Rocky 4. That I couldn't do it. I had to spite my nose in spite of my face, whatever the fuck it is, to cut my nose off. However that saying goes, but I had to rip my teeth out, is what I'm trying to. God. Rob. There you go, Rob. Where were you the past fucking 7 fucking sets, bro? Now we're talking.
Because it's all in the top 3, baby.
Now we're cooking. Oh my God. Oh my God. Speaking of God, I guess I should get into my third one in my top 3, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
If you want to.
I had to move things around here. I really had to move things around here. But when all was said and done, I realized something. I said to myself, Ray, you know for a fucking fact this belongs here. God help me. Persecution of the Masses, Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, that's the one I was expecting Rob to say.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you said it. It is made for the movie. Looked it up. When Rob did the Evangelion thing, I said, thank you. That's it. I already did my research, but now it's solidified. Persecution of the Masses, and again, this is why I had to put in the rules, has to have lyrics. Has lyrics. I don't care. It's opera, but they're singing. This fucking track. It's not the greatest Godzilla score at all, right? But for the love of God, if we ever did a top 5 list, it's in the top 3. It has to be. It might be maybe top 4, but it is there. It is so heavy. The track is so heavy. My only gripe is where it was put in the movie, because there was nothing to persecute yet. Let them shoot you. Let them blow you up. Let them get you mad, Shinji, and then let loose and persecute the masses. That is my only gripe with this song, and it's just a placement in the movie. But this song is gorgeous. It's haunting. It's beautiful. It makes me cry at times. That's not even a lie. I'm telling you guys the honest truth. At times, I would sit there in my fucking rocket chair, in my recliner, drunk as shit, listening to hip-hop, 80s, rock, fucking anime music, because that shit works. And for whatever reason, I find my way to Godzilla music, and then I hit Persecution of the Masses, and it's ready for bed, and I'm about 15 deep, and I say to myself, why am I crying? Why is this touching me in my heart so hard right now? It's just a beautiful composition. It is. And
I'll let you finish. I was going to say something.
No. I'm just saying, like, regardless of my feelings on the movie, and again, they've changed, and I don't make that up. Like, I like that movie now, and that's not even a lie. I like it if I look at it a certain way, but that song transcends all that shit. That piece transcends, and it is up there, in my opinion, with the greatest of Godzilla themes. It is. I love Persecutions of the Masses. My number 3.
That was one of my favorite Godzilla scores. And I saw the other day someone did the whole Ginza destruction scene with that song placed over the music of the original Godzilla stuff they were playing. Yeah. And it fits, man, with -1. It fits so well.
It does.
Sure, Sagisu cooked. He absolutely did. Shame he didn't cook for the rest of the soundtrack, though.
Yeah. Huh? No, what? Yeah, who, and that's the thing, like, who will know? And again, actually, If you just take that out of context and listen to it, yeah, you might not like opera or nothing, but if you listen to Persecution, if you got the soundtrack and you didn't see the movie, and then you just listen to it, you might, all right, who will know, as screechy as it is, everything is in the wrong place. That is my biggest beef with that movie. Persecutions of the masses should not have come first. There's no reason to persecute any of these people because you mutated. Let them shoot you. Let them kill you. Let them try to kill you. Then let loose. Persecution is fucking laser beams out your back and tail. That's a persecution. Kill them all. I digress. God damn, that's 35 times.
I can argument that, but we'll save that for another time.
Oh yeah, we absolutely. Oh God. What, when I'm in Jersey and we're watching it together?
Oh, all right. I'm going to order us 2 pizzas from the best pizza place in town. We're going to sit down, we're going to crack open some brews, and we're going to discuss.
I'm ready.
And it's going to be fun.
It's probably going to be the time of my life. And you'll have the time of your life. Motherfucker.
I can't wait till we get to do video game soundtracks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We could do that.
That will kill me.
I only probably have like one. So, to be honest with y'all.
I don't know if I can do another 10 video game soundtracks for right now, but give me a couple of weeks, maybe.
No. Trust me, I got next week's thing. I don't know if you're in, but I got next week's thing. But all right, Brother Chase, my number 3 was Persecutions of the Masses. What's your number 2?
My number 2 comes from my favorite Disney movie and the last Disney movie on my list, and that is the song Dig It, featured in the movie Holes, where all the cast sing a song about digging holes.
Yeah.
One of the sexiest songs I've ever heard. And Shia LaBeouf singing, all the actors on it, rapping and stuff. Again, I'm not much of a rap music fan, but I like that song, man. There's something catchy about it. It's that beat into that song, man. It's just fun. And it was just something amusing about listening to Shia LaBeouf rap. And that's my number 2 on my list.
Wow.
Dig it.
Wait.
Shia had flow on that shit.
Hold up.
Surprisingly enough.
You didn't see Transformers 1 where Shia LaBeouf was rapping to Megan Fox? Never mind. Terrible joke.
I don't
Absolutely
remember
horrible.
that.
Horrible. My bad. Oh, way off. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. I never saw the movie. I can't comment on this.
Ray, you need to watch Holes.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
need to watch that movie. It's a good movie. I love the book. It's a great, fun movie. John Voight's in it. Sigourney Weaver's in it.
It was after my time. It was a kid's movie after I was a kid. And I was like, yeah, I don't need to see that.
I think
That
you're going to
movie-
love it.
Yeah, that movie holds a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's a feel-good movie with some laughs, some emotions. It's a good
Yellow
movie.
spotted lizards.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't waste a bullet on you.
I'm feeling some double shower tokens, boys.
Can you hear the empty spaces?
Good Lord.
Damn. That movie. See, this is my special nail polish made with rattlesnake venom. Oh my God. Sigourney Weaver in that movie is fantastic, man.
She was a bitch with a capital B in red
I
ink,
know.
and I loved her.
Yeah. Holes, man, but that song, Dig It, oh, that's a fun song, man. But yeah, that's my number 2 on my list. Proud of it. And I think I'm going to watch Holes later tonight.
Why do I have a weird feeling we're gonna hear something from Matilda next? But I go, Ray, stop. That's 95 times already. Rob, what's your number 2?
It was
Matilda.
gonna be until I found out it wasn't an original Jim Carrey song. They call me Cuban Pete.
I'm the king of the
rumba
rumba beach. When I hear my maracas, when I play my maracas, they hear chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. Oh, I love that shit,
I
man.
wish that was an original song.
I love that shit, man. When I saw that shit in the theaters, I was like, "Yep, that's it. That's the spicy meatball." Oh my god, Rob, what's your number 2?
Oh man, I will openly admit there was some Shin Godzilla on here. It was gonna be here, but then I remembered something. There was a striking and pivotal moment in my young years of watching TV, watching movies that came about. Whether I knew them or not, I would sit down and I would watch them. And when these notes came after one of the greatest line deliveries of all time,
God damn it,
it
Rob.
opened a door in my life that I've never been able to leave. When that legendary figure stood amongst the rubble and the destruction and said, Megatron must be stopped at all costs. And Stan Bush's The Touch just rang in. There is very few moments in a movie that gives me and gave me goosebumps and continues to give me goosebumps well into my fucking 30s. But John Cafferty's The Touch is not only one of just the coolest and most awesome songs ever, but the moment in which it is introduced, it inspires hope. You're there. You're right alongside Optimus. And it is a fucking fleeting moment that, believe me, it was my number 1 until recently. And that is my number 2, The Touch, Stan Bush, The Transformers, the movie.
You don't get that song once. You don't get that song twice. You get that song 3 times in that movie. All right?
That's how good it is.
That's how good it is. You get it when Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost. You get it, Rise, Rodimus Prime. And then you get it in the credits. I mean, for the love of everything. For the love of everything. Rob, I knew you had potential, lad.
I got the makings of greatness in me.
I can't. Because coming in at my number 2, Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost. You got the touch! Oh my god! Dude. You got the power! Dude, this is it. Everything you just said, this is it. This is it. The greatest hero animated of my time, right then and there. We have no idea what's going to happen. But Autobot City is in ruins. I've seen my favorite Autobots dead. I've seen things I should not have seen, and it is happening. And Optimus Prime touches down. There's Hound. I forgot who else is there, but it's Hound. This might be Beachcomber, but it's definitely Hound. And Optimus transforms, and the music hits, and Optimus runs through a fucking line of Decepticons, just crashing into them. It doesn't matter. Thrust, goodbye. Just crash into everybody, Optimus. Everybody. Those who want to jump, fly away, that's okay. Optimus will jump up, transform. The most iconic pose in midair,
Ever.
gun out, and just nails every single one. One shots them. Boom, 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 boom. Just take it all. Prime! One shall stand, one shall fall.
Oh.
Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. And then the music swells again, and it's ridiculous because this is it. We've seen for 3 fucking years. 3 years? 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. But back in those days, 2 years was literally like 5 years because fucking episodes were like 90 fucking episodes. But it all culminated to this: Optimus versus Megatron. And this is the song you choose to play? It's the greatest thing in the fucking world. It's the greatest thing in the fucking world. It's the greatest thing in the fucking world if you're a Transformer fan. So much so, I just said it plays there. It plays Rise Rodimus Prime, where Unicron gets defeated. It plays in the end credits. Of course it will. It also played in the Return of Optimus Prime Part 2.
Indeed it did.
That's how potent it is. It was so potent that they brought it back for the live action movies. Now, is that good? No. Stan Bush, I would have said, no. That doesn't work there. It only works for G1, and God almighty it does. To the point where IDW Skybound Comics now has the Transformers license. And I issue 4, maybe 5, I don't remember. But in the first arc, it was like the end of the first arc, and it's the Decepticons on the arc fighting the Autobots, and Optimus transforms into truck mode and drives to run them over, and it hit this one panel, and it's a big fucking thing, and it goes, you know the song, because it was the hero moment. That's what the touch was, the hero moment, and it is fucking unbelievable. And I'm telling you, if my phone is going off right now and this is JR, I'm gonna curse him out. I'm gonna just curse him out. Shut the fuck up, JR. We're in the middle of a podcast. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, y'all.
Oh yeah, no, I already told him. He's trying to get Rob's attention, and I already told him, yo, we're in a podcast. He's like, oh, I know.
A podcast.
Next time, you find your 10 songs and you can join. Mr. I'm going to spend the day by myself with my thoughts. Yeah, your thoughts should be about 10 songs.
There it is. All right, I let him know. But anyway, yeah, that's my number 2. Rob, we on the same fucking wavelengths right there. The Touch, Transformers the movie, 1986, Stan Bush. Seriously, one of the greatest songs of all time. Just ain't my number 1. All right. Since we've come to that, it's time for the cheats, ladies and gentlemen. We are in cheat mode time. So, Brother Chase, your cheat, take it away.
I'm going to give this one to my dad. My dad loved this song as a kid growing up, and it is Zippity Doo Dah from the movie Song of the South. Very controversial film, but we watched that movie quite a bit, and my dad really loved that song, and that was my cheat. I like that song a lot. I think going to Splash Mountain at Disneyland and hearing that, which is so sad that they changed it to Guardians of the Galaxy, to whatever mountain now. But Splash Mountain, fun ride, great memory in that song, in that movie. Just big memory for my dad. You know, he loved that song, and it's a great film. You know, it was like one of those Disney ones. I can't believe there's so many Disney songs because I don't even care for Disney that much. But song-wise, they take the cake because they have the most songs. But Zippity Doo Dah from the Song of the South. That's my cheat.
That's kind of, that's respect. That's crazy. Like, all right, that's the cheat you were going for. All right, look, it would have took up a spot on your list. Absolutely. I'll take it. But Rob, what's your cheat?
My cheat's a full album.
Okay, that's what the cheat is for. Yep.
And this one goes out to my mom, because if not for her and her, I don't know if you would call it strange sense of humor, or just the fact that she knew her son very well at the age of 3, I think I was.
Oh God.
Yeah. This movie was one of the first movies I ever saw as a kid. This soundtrack was one of the first soundtracks I ever owned as a kid. It's also one of the only soundtracks I owned multiple times across multiple forms of media, digital, CD, the whole 9 yards. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Perfect.
There is so much iconic and just unbeatable vibes on that album and the subsequent revisited renditions of it. Marilyn Manson, Panic at the Disco, She Wants Revenge, Korn, Amy Lee. Just some of the greatest artists and bands have come in and done renditions of their favorite songs. Danny Elfman composed quite possibly one of the most important scores and musical scores for that of my life. I have fucking 8 different versions of it on disc. Nightmare Before Christmas was in my life before Godzilla. It was, and still is to this day, one of my favorite IPs ever. And bro, nothing beats the Oogie Boogie song, man. How are you so evil and so... Although I don't play fair.
Dude, yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas, that soundtrack is just unparalleled. I've used that word last podcast too, but still, it is. I don't think we will ever get a movie that has a soundtrack that versatile and that just impressive. That, I mean, we will never get that again. And Tim Burton as well, man. Props to Tim Burton. Dude, that soundtrack, I mean, it is just such a popular cult following and so famous, man. Done by great celebrities and just beloved by so many people. And there's so many, like, there's not a song on that soundtrack that I have issues with.
Same. No.
And to this day, though, the one thing I do have issue with is just the fact that when they did that last revisited album, Sally's song was done by, I believe, Fiona Apple, and she killed it. She crushed it. Don't even get me started.
Oh, I love Fiona.
But the dude, oh yeah, dude, you can't not love Fiona. She's Fiona Apple. Here's the thing, though. The duet between Sally and Jack has been one that's kind of been somewhat skipped over. And when the Hot Topic era was at its fucking supremest, and the fact that some of these albums with alternate covers and bonus tracks were exclusively sold at Hot Topic, they never once put Villa Vallo from him and Amy Lee in the same room together to do that duet. That, to me, is offensive. Shame on you.
Sorry, that was my
And that's it.
That is 1,000% solid, because it is 1,000% such a solid soundtrack. And now I look and I see why you didn't, and yet me and Chase did have our songs from Nightmare Before Christmas up on there. That was one of my cheap contenders. It really was.
Yeah, we should have put it. We should have put it in there. No Nightmare Before Christmas songs.
No, you can't do that, because that was the
It's
whole.
impossible.
Yep, that was like one of the bases, because I figured we're gonna have it. Even if there was more of us in here, I think everybody would have had a Nightmare Before Christmas song on here. It's just impossible not to. It is one of those movies that is, for everybody that we know that deals with this podcast, that deals with the G Show, it's right up our alley. It's right there. Everybody has seen it. And there has to be at least one song you go crazy for. So I'm not mad, because honestly, that was one of those things I was given contention to in terms of the cheat. Is this going to be my cheat, for the best album? And then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? While I do love this fucking album, and I do, there's another movie that has a soundtrack where I love every single thing on it. And just like A Nightmare Before Christmas, it is original to this movie and this movie alone. And that, my brothers and sisters out there, my friends in G-Show land, is Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. That's my cheat. Because for the love of God, Zilla, that is a perfect album in terms of soundtrack, in my opinion. I love that damn thing. Every single song in that movie hits me in the face, slaps me, turns me upside down, smashes me with a tombstone, then rapes my ass. And I fucking love it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I fucking love it. Now, granted, I just come across, there's a little bit of controversy going on like past 2 weeks or so with Tenacious D. I think Kyle Gass might have said something and Jack Black had to, say, no, you know what, we ain't doing this no more. But even that aside, what they have done is solidified in history. The first time I heard fucking Wonder Boy, I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? And it was a video, and I looked and I was like, is that fucking guy? I didn't know his name. I knew it was Jack Black, but I was like, is that fucking guy? What the fuck is this? Why is he making this epic song, but he's making it goofy, and it works? Because it did. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. All I knew is Jack Black was doing everything I always dreamed of doing. Every time I would make fun of a song and sing it a different way, and my mom would yell at me and say, if you're not going to sing it the right way, don't fucking sing it at all. All those times. I'm watching this Wonder Boy video and Jack Black is doing it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? So then when, and then, you know who Jack Black is. Like, he's doing these movies. Yeah, he's doing comedy and all that shit. But it wasn't until The Pick of Destiny, even before that, it was the HBO show, the Tenacious D. And I didn't even watch it like that because my thing on HBO was the fucking New Zealand dudes. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Flying Conchords. Was that it? Was it the Flying Conchords on HBO? You know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, the Conchords, those guys. But The Pick of Destiny, man, every song on that album, in that movie, fuck the album, in the movie, every song in the movie makes sense. It moves the movie along. It's the perfect musical. It's the perfect musical. And don't get me started, because that Sasquatch song, the Sasquatch song is one of the greatest songs of all time. Look into the Sasquatch eyes, then you know the Sasquatch. Sasquatch is my pappy, and he's going to protect me. Come on, man. It's the dumbest thing, yet it works so well because he's high on mushrooms. I love that fucking thing. That's my number two. That's my number two. Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. It is literally the perfect album. It was the perfect album. And again, I wrestled with that. I was going Nightmare Before Christmas, and I was going Transformers. Transformers got knocked out because a lot of those songs are licensed for the movie. Perfect example. Look at Dare to Be Stupid. I fucking love that song. Yeah. But Dare to Be Stupid.
Me and my ex watched back and forth Tenacious D, then School of Rock back together, and they actually worked pretty well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, that's my cheat. Tenacious D, Pick of Destiny. I fucking love that movie. I fucking love all those songs in there. So much so that we actually parodied the last song trying to get into the MTV Movie Awards one time. Way back when. Didn't work.
Respect.
That's all right. I still own it somewhere. But holy shit, here we are. We're 2 hours and almost 30 minutes and getting into our number ones. And I'm excited for this. I am. I have no idea where Chase is going. And maybe know where Rob's going. But nobody knows where I'm going. Except if you were my brother. But he's not here. So, Chase, what's your number one?
It's just Mothra song. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Mothra song.
Holy shit, why didn't I even fucking think of that? That would have... Oh, God damn.
No, my number one favorite song, original song for a movie, when I just said a couple of minutes ago to Rob that there's no soundtrack that's parallel to The Nightmare Before Christmas, I may have lied. Because there is this very famous movie that came out a long time ago as well called Queen of the Damned.
Oh, shit.
With Allier and some other people I can't remember.
Shit.
It's a very good vampire movie. It's one of the best vampire movies around. But it had a soundtrack that was killer, full of metal songs. Linkin Park, Static X.
Wait. Before you go on. I'm over it.
Oh my God, my number one song, Ray, is done. Here's the thing is it was originally going to be done by Jonathan Davis from Korn. But there was licensing issues and things where it couldn't follow through. But my favorite singer on this goddamn earth got the luxury to do the song, and it is called Forsaken, performed by the man David Michael Draiman. I think it's David Michael Draiman. Either way, David Draiman from Disturbed did the song Forsaken for Queen of the Damned. Appears at the end of the credits of the film, and I think a few parts in the film too. It's been a while, but that is my favorite song of a movie soundtrack of all time. You see, I cannot be forsaken. Oh my God, that song!
Oh my God, that song!
Because I'm not the only one.
No.
Oh,
the video is perfect with that song.
Dude, that song was that song is on my phone. It's on my iPad or my iPod. That is one of my favorite songs done by David Draiman for sure. It's just dark. It's about vampires, and it was tough because I was gonna choose Cry Little Sister in Lost Boys, but I don't run that way. I got Forsaken. I love Forsaken, that song. It stirs something dark in me, man, and I love it. I love that movie. That song, it just takes you to a place where it makes you feel like a vampire, man. And it's definitely my favorite singer, my favorite metal vocalist of all time, David Draiman. And I can talk about this song forever. It's just my favorite song of a movie soundtrack originally written for a movie. I mean, you can still listen to Jonathan Davis's version, and it's not bad. But there's something about David Draiman's version where it's just meaner, it's darker, it's more intense. Jonathan Davis is more a little screechier, a little more kind of not as dark, but David Draiman's version just pulls you to a place, and
Jonathan Davis's plays it safe, bro. I can't, dude. This is a fantastic pick. You've won. Sorry, Rob. I'm out too. But Chase has won. This is a solid pick. I love this song, and I love it by the guy that sings the Disturbed guy. I love Jonathan Davis, but he goes. I'm over it. You see, I cannot be it. No, dude. You got to put emotion into it. Jonathan Davis plays it safe. There's no emotion in his version. It's not. It's Korn. It's Korn, and it doesn't flow with it. It flows better as a Disturbed song than it does a Korn song. Way better. But that fucking boom boom tss, boom 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 tss, and it goes. All that shit, when this dude's voice gets on it elevates. It elevates. The video is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like I can sing that song phenomenally, but since we're on this, I'm just playing around with it. But still, that song, oh my God, I love that song. But that whole soundtrack done by Marilyn Manson, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, Wayne Static from Static X, and so many other great musicians in that fucking soundtrack. I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas is great, but Queen of the Damned depending who you are, could either be your first or your second compared to that soundtrack because it's just chock full of, especially if you're a big metal fan, it's just chock full of metal vocalists. And same with Nightmare Before Christmas, metal musicians all throughout that record. It's
Yeah,
they
but
go
making
hand
a
in
hat
hand
piece.
almostly.
But-
But not a lot of people know about Queen of the Damned, but Queen of the Damned is a great vampire movie. But Forsaken, man, I play that song every Halloween at the top of my list.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. I'm going to disagree with you on that one comment you made about it being a great vampire movie. That movie is terrible. I saw it in the theaters. I was like, what the fuck? But the music is absolutely on. The soundtrack is dope. I'm over it.
Hey, man, Allie A or Aaliyah, I can watch her sway her hips around any day for hours.
I don't know if I told y'all. I don't know if I said it on the podcast. I'm pretty sure I did. I met her several times. She was one of those people who just had, and I'm not just saying this, but she had a heart. Like this girl's heart was so big, man. She was so fucking cool. The first time I saw her was in Red Hook. She filmed the video out there. And I'll never forget, there was flyers up on every telephone pole. Wear red on this day. Because they're going to film a video. You want to be in a video? Wear red. Wear a red shirt. Wear a red shirt. I had no idea. I seen Aaliyah, but I was like, that's not going to happen. This is going to be like, the second unit's going to come. I go into the fucking grocery store that I go into every fucking day. I go to buy a pack of Newports, and who's standing in the front? Oh shit, it's Aaliyah. What the fuck? It was crazy. Didn't say nothing. I was just like, all right, shell shocked, a little starstruck. Oh shit, all right. Boom. Cut to a couple years later. Kid you not, working in the city, working in this place called the W. It's a hotel. I see this girl standing. We worked in the shipping and receiving department. The doors are open so you can look out into the lobby. I see this girl and I'm like, who the fuck is that? She looked like a queen, a princess. Like literally, I was like, who is that?
Man.
It was insane. The way she was dressed and shit. It wasn't over the top, but you can tell there was something about it. I'm like, who is that? Didn't even realize it was Aaliyah. Boom. Next thing, oh, that's Aaliyah. I'm like, Aaliyah, oh shit, for real. Yeah, she lives up top. Oh shit, for real. Bro, one day I get into the fucking elevator to deliver something, and she and her parents are in the elevator with Chinese food and invite me in because I just so happen to say, you were in Red Hook one time and I was standing behind you waiting to buy a pack of Newports. I got Chinese food from Aaliyah. That's facts. That's a real story. That's a real story. I wish I would have got a kiss, or an autograph. No, I got Chinese food because I didn't want to be that guy. It was like, we got extra. You want some? I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it because I'm starstruck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I went off on a tangent there because of Aaliyah. God rest her soul.
Hey, man, it's fine. She's a beautiful woman, and I rest in peace.
And yeah, bro. And honestly, man, just and it's not even fucking a lie. Like just from my experience, and again, like it crushed me because I'm like, I knew her. I didn't know her, right? Like I wasn't a part of her fucking clique or nothing. Like she just knew me as some dude in the elevator who asked for Chinese food, who said he was in Red Hook. But the heart, the compassion she showed, man, that one was tragic. That one hurt. So I forever advocate for Aaliyah, even if R. Kelly was doing things that I don't condone. But good God almighty, Aaliyah, yeah. Solid number one, Chase fucking Forsaken. God damn, I love it. Rob, what the hell?
In the vast abyss. Oh my God!
Hey yo, Chase,
it's stuck in my head now.
Chase. After we stop this, bro, we should just put it on and sing together, bro. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
We should do it. We should before I start having to grill. We should do it honestly, cause I'm down. But brother Rob, that was Chase's number one. Your cheat was Nightmare Before Christmas, which is absolutely solid. I am very interested in your number one.
Fuck. Number one comes from a movie that came out in the 90s. It was one of those movies that just kind of helped shape my teenage years and even before then. Ah, geez.
You better not say Ninja Rap.
The song, no,
Oh.
not even close. Great fucking track, though.
Oh,
Don't
for
get me
real.
wrong. The song inspired a lot of money spending on my end, early job paychecks going straight to coconuts, soon to be FYE.
Oh
And
my God.
actually, one of the first things I bought was this movie's soundtrack. And the track is Burn by The Cure from the Crow soundtrack.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And if you
another
know-
great soundtrack.
Oh, dude. 9 Inch Nails covering Joy Division. Fucking Rage Against the Machine. It was top to bottom. Great shit. Timeless shit. But if you know anything about The Cure, you know that they have the ability to be very, very dark, but also very, very bright and poppy. Friday I'm in Love, the whole 9 yards. But hearing Burn for the first time as a kid was a moment because, you know, at that point in time, Backstreet Boys was out, all this other shit. I was, you know, a radio child and everything. But hearing Robert Smith's voice for the very first time and hearing that fucking every night I pop, like it's a moment that, just like Nightmare Before Christmas, just like The Touch, just like everything on this list, just gives me fucking goosebumps because it's a fucking banger of a song. And it's one of the very few moments that Robert Smith and The Cure actually agreed to contribute a track, not just allow a track that already exists, but contribute a track to a movie. And between Brandon Lee, between all the other artists on there, that to me make The Crow such an unremakeable, uncapturable fucking moment in cinematic history that will just never, ever, ever be ever again. And yeah, Burn, The Cure, The Crow. Beautiful.
There's no lie there. There's no lie. I remember seeing The Crow in the theaters, and I was blown away by that movie, the soundtrack, everything. Legit, like, that is one of those things where you just sit back and you say, this is something special. And The Crow, man, as much as you could say, you know, there was too many sequels, the tragedy behind it, all of it. But that original movie makes for a perfect storm. Everything about it. Soundtrack. Casting. Fucking tragedy. Hell, I was in an off-Broadway production of Macbeth, okay, when I was a teenager. And it was down the block from my house. And my father got me a gig. He was like, yeah, I know you want to do, like, you know, I know you want to do acting. But they're doing this thing. Why don't you go, go check it out? I went, and my father already hooked it up. All right, cool. I had long hair back then. I was very skinny back then. And it was Halloween. And I was the Crow.
Oh, yes.
And I went up in there for rehearsals and shit. And I get in there, and I was early, because you know I don't know how this works, and I want to be punctual and shit. My father always instilled that in me. And there was a couple of people there already. Obviously, the director was there. But when he saw me, he was like, "Yeah, nah, fuck that. We're not rehearsing today." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, we're doing improv." Oh shit! So when the guy playing Macbeth showed up, we did a scene that he had, but then the director had me, he was like, come out, improv what you would do in this particular moment between Macbeth from this scene to when we see him again. What goes wrong? Because of the Crow makeup. And I just played, and I tried to channel, Brandon Lee. I did. It didn't work because he was fantastic in that movie. But it was the music that was playing in my head, and that's what gets you to a certain point, you know? Because honestly, during that production, in order to remember my lines, even though I had not a lot, but to remember my cues, I just sang songs in my head. It was a lot of hip hop, but the Crow soundtrack in that particular point in time, and on that Halloween, not that it was in my head, I just wanted to look like the Crow because I had the long hair, I could do it, I was skinny. Why not? Let's go. White makeup, black fucking lipstick on the eyes, the mouth, boom, let's do it. And when they see me, let's go. Bro, that's fucking solid. I was going on a tangent, and I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say, because I'm not. But I digress. Oh, God. Solid. Yeah, no, you know what? I'll be honest with y'all, before I get to my number one, this has turned out to be something way different than what I thought it was going to be. Honestly, we all have Nightmare Before Christmas somewhere, right? We all have a Disney movie somewhere. But me and Rob have animated movies. Well, no, even Chase has it's not anime, but it's an animated movie. Chase, bro, you've legit, man. You've come out, man. Every single song on this fucking list from the Deep Blue Sea soundtrack. Not for nothing. That is a perfect number 10. Gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. But yeah, man, I thought there would be more comparisons. I thought there were more not comparisons. God damn it. You know what I mean? I thought we would have more in common. I thought there'd be more songs or movies that we were like, yeah, this.
Nah, man, when you said your favorites, I had to really pick my favorites.
No, I ain't mad at you. I'm just
and there are some songs I still haven't think of that I haven't put on the list, but still, yeah, man, my favorites for sure.
No, I hear that. I totally hear that. But seriously, everybody's list has so far been the fucking shit. Like, I can't even lie. Mine was I played to my childhood more than anything. With the exception of Encanto, everything came from my childhood. Everything came from my childhood. Which is the same for y'all, you know? That being said, my number one, and this was where I had to really fucking get down to the nitty gritty and go, is it this one or is it that one? And it came down to the touch, obviously. What the touch did, as dope as it is, it still killed my fucking hero. That's why it couldn't be my number one. Because it killed my hero. Optimus Prime died. And then through the Matrix, he didn't resurrect, but he gave power to Rodimus, and you know, that's all fucking fine and dandy. And as a kid watching cartoons, to see a movie from a cartoon you watch, to see all your heroes die, is traumatic. It is. Like, yo, listen, people, we got issues. We've got issues. We just don't talk about them like that. Unless you're doing a podcast about what's your number one favorite fucking movie song. That being said, this song from this movie, it's the theme song, by the way, it literally is the name of the movie. They didn't kill the hero. As a matter of fact, they tried to, but this guy, my man, Bruce Leroy, catches bullets with his teeth. And The Last Dragon is my number one pick for my favorite song from any movie, because it encompasses everything. And I swear on everything, I kid you not, The Last Dragon by Dwight David from the motherfucking movie. I kid you not. If you listen to this song, watching the movie, you don't even need to watch the movie, but just listen to the song. The song is a perfect storm. And when you see it in the movie, which they, again, like The Touch do 3 times in the movie. The beginning, the end, and then the end credits. It fits the narrative. It fits everything. We go on the journey with Bruce Leroy. Again, Optimus Prime dies right off the bat. You hear this inspirational song, and then Optimus dies. You can't do that to a bunch of fucking, 6 to 10-year-olds. You can't do that to us. 5 to 10-year-olds. You can't do that to us. The Last Dragon. True, but The Last Dragon didn't do that. You get this legit. It's a blaxploitation flick. It's a blaxploitation kung fu flick. It is. There's no way around it. But they took it serious. I mean, it was goofy in a bit, but it wasn't overly goofy. It was a perfect 80s movie with a perfect soundtrack. But the Last Dragon theme song is so fucking good. Look, The Touch has many good parts in that song, right? When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm. Fantastic, inspirational. The Last Dragon is like, when you walk, hold your head up high. Okay. And it doesn't stop. It's literally just a bunch of fucking, I don't know, Chinese proverbs of being a better person to attain the golden glow. Oh, and if you know the movie, you know what happens in Bruce Leroy and Shout Enough, and it's just the culmination of the perfect storm. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life, the song, and I watched it the other day. I watched Flash Gordon, I watched Transformers, I watched the Last Dragon. I didn't watch Shin Godzilla, but I sure the hell did watch Persecution of that. I watched these again. But these movies, the soundtracks, this is the whole point of this podcast. These movies right? These soundtracks make these movies even better. They make them stand up and they elevate them. And to me, my number one, The Last Dragon really does do that, especially when you get to the end of this movie and it is the good guy versus the bad guy. And it comes together. It is absolute perfection. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the movie, I would love to watch it with you. We'll do watch parties every fucking week. I'll watch The Last Dragon every week for a fucking year. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I love that movie. I love it. And that theme song, you are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My brother knows what I'm talking about, but I digress. The Last Dragon, that's my number one. This list was way different than I thought for everybody involved, and I could not be happier. If that's JR, I swear to God, I'm gonna.
No, that's me. I saw something that I wanted to put in the post.
Chases the last dragon. He's gonna get a kick right to his skull. I digress. But oh my God, 3,000 times I've said that this podcast. All right, that's it. That's the list.
We even get you a shirt that says "I digress" on it.
Can't do that. I stole that from Taz, one of my favorite wrestlers. But continuing on, I was gonna say it again. This was a solid podcast. It did a solid live stream. Legit, Rob. 90% of these songs I don't know, so I'm gonna go and start listening to them, especially the Bjork one. That's gonna be my number one because it's Bjork.
Yes.
Chase, man, that's it, bro. You said you came to play. You didn't come to play. You came to win. If this was a competition, no offense, Rob. I mean, again, it's our favorites.
I honestly did not know if any of you guys would know any of the songs I chose, except the Halloween ones. The Nightmare Before Christmas, of course. But I was shocked. But I'm glad to know I'm not alone.
No, I mean, that's a solid list, man. And my list again is, I guess me and my brother would totally recognize this one, with the exception of Encanto. No, he would get the Encanto because my niece went crazy for that movie, so he would get that. But that's it. That'll do it. At 2:54, let's go. Almost 3 hours. We did it. That'll do it for this episode of the G Show live stream. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I want to say thank you, of course, to the cohorts. Brother Chase, thank you for kicking ass.
Go ahead. I didn't know if I was cutting you off or not, so I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Yap.
I was gonna say it was awesome being here. I had a lot of fun again doing this. I really like doing these. Surprised myself this one around. I started out being like, I don't know if I can come up with 5 songs, and then I realized, man, it actually turned out being a lot more easier than I thought. But what's the plan for the next one?
Shut up! I'm not there yet. That's the close now.
Okay, I thought you said you had it in mind. You're gonna tell us. That's all right.
Is at the end, Brother Rob? Thank you for culturing us, giving us shit we need to know.
Anytime. I mean, again, I always have fun doing these with y'all. And at a rare moment where I get to talk about music for a couple hours with some like-minded individuals with great taste in music, I'll always fucking take it. Always.
Right on.
Fucking love it. And thank you all for listening in. Next week, be prepared because we are doing our top 10. You ready for this one? Cartoon intros.
Cartoon intros?
Yeah.
That one might be hard, yeah.
Yeah, you heard that right. Cartoon intros. I'm not yet sold on whether or not it has to be lyrics or not, but I'm pretty sure they should be.
You're just talking about like the beginning,
Yeah, the opening.
like animation, right? To introduce the show?
No, songs. Cartoon intros. Cartoon songs. The fucking cartoon songs.
So it's not like, okay, so you don't mean the animations, you just mean the songs.
Well, no, it's all together. It's all the same thing, brother. It's all the same thing. Perfect example.
Okay.
If you look at 1987's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you watch the intro, and you listen to the song, it's a perfect marriage. It's a perfect marriage. But that's what we're going to do next week. We're going to do top 10 cartoon intros, and good God almighty. Oh, that's going to be crazy. But I digress for the
It's going to be taking me back to my childhood again.
Exactly. But I digress for the 25,000th time. That's not even a word. I am G1.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I said it's time to go. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
I was waiting for you to say it again.
I am G1. That is Brother Chase. That is Brother Rob. For Brother JR, who is out in Comic-Con